Okay, hello. Hello, folks, and welcome back. It has been exactly 5 seconds, and we are back at it again. Welcome to the retrospective for Fire Emblem Engage, in which I finally get to talk about this game that I enjoyed way more than I thought I would. I started this out, so we're here in the intro section. Let me talk about what I thought about this game. So I started off playing Engage with the air of like, oh, okay, I'm playing this because it's a Fire Emblem game. Like, yeah, sure. If it was like anything else, I probably wouldn't even give it a second glance. But like, I mean, come on, look at that hair. Like, what is this? What is Toothpaste-chan doing here? And as I continued to play, I slowly got more and more enamored with the battle system, the gameplay, the mechanics, the way everything works. It's unique, not just as like a Fire Emblem game, but also as a tactical game. I think the emblems were one of the best implemented mechanics I've seen across like any other tactical game I've played. And the story, I know people like to clown on the story. I know people don't appreciate the way the story worked, but I thought it had some good points to it, actually. And I'll talk about why I do not think it's the worst Fire Emblem story. It's not the best. It's not the best. I think that was pretty obvious to begin with, but I do not think it was the worst, and there are reasons for this. But yeah, so to anyone who has not been to a retrospective before, what I usually do is every time I finish a game, especially the tactics games, I like to talk about what I liked about it. I'll rank the story, I'll rank the characters. We did one for Super Mario RPG like just a little bit ago. I've also done Triangle Strategy. That was a super in-depth look at the gameplay and mechanics and the unit rankings of that game. And then what else? We've done a bunch more. Octopath COTC, Octopath 2. I don't know. They're all on there. They're all in the YouTube somewhere. So if you feel like checking that out, go ahead and check that out. But today we're talking about Engage. So yeah, let's get right into it. I think the first thing I wanted to really talk about was just the story. So I know like that's kind of like the elephant in the room almost. Like I feel like a lot of people originally get started at, or like they look at Engage and they're like, what is this? Like, why would I be here? Why would I be doing any of this? So I'm going to go into the story a little bit and kind of just, I don't think it's the worst. Okay, so here's what happens in Fire Emblem Engage. You start off fighting Sombron with Marth, right? Which is like cool. Like that's actually kind of awesome. It's one of those things where you start off in like a replica of the final battle, and Sombron is there and you're there. It's a straight callback to Fire Emblem Awakening, in which you do the same thing. You start off fighting Valadar with Chrom, and then you wake up. And you have amnesia, like Robin, but you are the Divine Dragon, like Corrin, and you're essentially just, it's every Fire Emblem game rolled into one, and you wake up, you've got your retainers, and I think, like, there's, like, 2 training battles or something, and then Lumera gets killed by Vale. So, you know, wonderful, perfect, love that. Having your parent get killed off in the beginning half of a Fire Emblem game is also very Fire Emblem. Happens to Ike, happens to Corrin, just keeps happening in general. I think you then visit Firene, there's like zombies everywhere. Zombies also very, very Fire Emblem. There were the Risen in Awakening. There was the, what they called like Faceless or something, I think, in Fates. Yeah, there's just always zombies, so there they are, they're back at it again. You go to Firene, you go to Brodia. I think the Illusions are attacking. Also, a country of people who worships the Dark Dragon. Also very Fire Emblem. Illusia is literally Plegia from Awakening. I love it. And then I think you, like, kind of befriend Vale, who is this mysterious woman who seems to know things that, like, she shouldn't, but she's looking for her sister, and she doesn't know who her sister is, but, like, I wonder who it could be. And then you attack Illusia, and things go wrong. And this is where things get really interesting, because in most Fire Emblem games, I don't think of, okay, maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't think there's been a retreat sequence like Chapter 11. I can't think of one off the top of my head that gripped me like Chapter 11 did. And sure, I get that the premise is kinda a little bit cliche, where like Alir shows up at Illusia and she's like, hey kids, I can totally do this, and Martha's like, wait, I don't think you can, like I actually think you should maybe hold off a bit. And then, and Alir's like, no, I got this, it's gonna be fine. And she just goes for it. I can swap to the video for that right now, hold on. And yeah, this is the escape sequence where you're running away, you have no emblems at your command anymore, and you're just kind of freaking, you're like, holy shit, what? And then the enemies can use your emblems, and you're like, wait, I'm the protagonist, excuse me? I'm supposed to be able to do that? This is wrong, I don't like it. But that was great, I enjoyed that a lot. So then yeah, I think Ivy shows up and reveals that she actually worships the Divine Dragon, and she's like, I'm actually freaking loyal, come with me. And then that raises a whole bunch of questions, because Ivy actually spent a lot of time attacking you previously in like the first half of the game. So, okay, whatever, I'll take her heel face turn at face value. I don't think it was a particularly good plot point, but it serves your purposes there, because you need to have at least 2 emblems left to you as you continue through the rest of the series. So you get like the next, oh wait, oh yeah, you go to Solm. Okay, so you go to Solm. And the entire Soul chapter here, let's scroll to that. The entire Soul chapter is hilarious because I don't think it matters at all. Wait, when does that even happen? Is that, oh, chapter, Soul Palace, there we go. Yeah, you go to Solm and you like do stuff, I guess. It's literally not worth anything. Because I guess you pick up allies. That's what you need. Okay, so cool map though. I really did like the map. It was a chill map. But yeah, so you pick up some people, and then you come back to... Shit, hold on, You save Sephoria, you go back to Firene. Why do you go there? I don't freaking remember. You go back to Firene, you go back to Illusia, you get the emblems back, you reveal that Vale is different than Evale, and that Ilir is Sombron's kid. You go back to Lethos, you recruit Mavir, Marnie dies, Sombron kills Ilir, that's another fun thing. The main character just straight up dies, and this is actually also very Fire Emblem. Corrin does the same thing, but Corrin just comes back to life by the power of his own spirit. In this game, they do give us some justification as to why certain characters are coming back to life and all that. So it makes sense. I think Ilir first comes back as a zombie, which is Vale's power. She can raise the corrupted, and I think we've already known she could do that, so it was properly foreshadowed. And then there was also like a bit of a Deus Ex Machina, where the 12 emblems are like, we actually have one secret power, and we can use it to bring anyone back to life as an emblem, and we chose not to use it. But yeah, I guess they do that. So that's fine, I guess. It was kind of foreshadowed, because in like, after Lumera died, I think some of the emblems kind of get together and start talking about it. They're like, should we use our power? And they're like, no, maybe not. And then they decide to here, of course. So yeah, you come back as a zombie. I think you... Oh, wait. Okay, so then you kill Zephyr and Chris, and oh my god, when we talk about the chapters, like, I'm gonna rate the maps, but when we talk about the chapters, I'm gonna talk about that freaking scene. I hate that scene. I do not think it was good. It was unnecessary. The Zephyr and Chris death scene was unnecessary. But then you grab her crystal, go back in time, beat up Pastelir? Sure, I guess, but this raises plot holes, because if you're going back into the past to murder the crystal in the past, then why was Vale able to detect it in the future? And if Vale was able to detect it in the future, that means you didn't kill it in the past, and that means that the crystal is still there. So, question mark? Whatever. I'm not gonna question it. It's not supposed to make sense. Just keep going, I guess. So you finally use the power of the emblems to raise the Somniel into the portal, fight Sombron again, and then apparently Sombron did all of this. Not because he's going crazy, not because he had any, like, grand machinations to be evil or anything, but literally just so that he could gain enough power to find the Zero Emblem again. Who, apparently is the Emblem of Foundations and was Sombron's only friend when he was a poor and destitute young dragon living on the streets. Also, I mean, like, a lot of people were nice to him, but he killed them all. Kind of like a Meet the Robinsons type of shit. Yeah, I was unimpressed. But I mean, he's the villain. You're not supposed to care about fighting him. You're just supposed to fight him and beat him up, right? I guess it's like a better justification than just being evil for the sake of being evil, but honestly, not really. Whatever. I still think that the Zero Emblem is Henri. I may not budge on that. But yeah, so there you go. That's the whole story of Fire Emblem Engage. And you can see along the way, as I was kind of saying things, there are multiple points in there where it's pretty relevant to different Fire Emblem games. Like, they do a good job of bringing together all of the other tropes you've seen across the Fire Emblem series. Even in the final battle, where you're like, you fight the guy in his normal human form, and then you fight the guy as a big dragon. It makes sense, yeah, and each time you meet one of the new emblems, I was always excited to meet them. So yeah, I give that credit. Now you'll notice that I talked a lot about people moving all the way across the map in different directions. Also, let's switch away from Soul Battle here. We'll go, oh, I know what I'll put on. Here. Behold. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Oh, actually, no, I like this one. Let's keep this. Yeah. Good map. But yeah, so there's a lot of going back and forth to different places, meeting different, like, you know, people or whatever, and just being like, hey, we want to be my ally? And they're like, yeah, sure, it sounds good. That's very Fire Emblem. I don't think it was a bad story, particularly because the main theme of the story, like the theme that you can pull from Fire Emblem Engage, is that your family doesn't necessarily mean like blood or who raised you or like who birthed you is the real thing here. Your family means like who raised you and what you value. And I liked that because the whole like plot here was that Ilir is not actually Lumera's biological daughter. It's that she was raised by Lumera, and she cares more about Lumera and decides that Lumera is her mother, and because of that, she can use Divine Dragon powers. It's almost as if, like, the entire, like, bloodline thing isn't so much a bloodline as it is you finding a family, literally found family. You finding a family and getting to enjoy that relationship with them. I like that. I thought that was cool. And I assume that, like, after some time, maybe Vale will also be able to, like, I don't know, I guess Vale would have to get killed and then, like, Lumera spends 1,000 years with Vale or something. Or, like, Ilir spends 1,000 years with Vale or something. But, like, whatever it is, I'm assuming that if Vale were to also bask in the power of the dragons for thousands of years, she could also potentially become a divine dragon and use the emblems the same way Alir does. And I like that. I think that's a cool message, particularly because, and let's talk about why I don't think it's the worst game. I will say, Fate's storyline made less sense than this. Okay, like, come on. I know some of you like Fates. I know some of the people watching this are gonna be mad at me for saying it. But like, Fire Emblem Fates has like, Leo just magically, as an enemy, can teleport your entire army across a map for no reason. Like, you're straight up getting shafted, like, completely. And then, as an ally, he does none of this shit. Like, what? Why? Because the plot demands that you go here. There are moments in Fates, I think you like, you go to the Rainbow Sage or something, and then you're supposed to like fight this entire battle to get to the top of where the Rainbow Sage is. And then the Rainbow Sage is like, and then Corrin's like, oh, can you give me the power of the Rainbow Sage, which is why I came here and fought all these battles? And the Rainbow Sage is like, the real power was inside you all along, or something. I'm like, no, what? Okay, so I did like that in Engage, it felt like a war, and Alir felt like a character who had like motivations and stuff, and I appreciated that. I thought that was cool. Yeah, not to rag on Fates too much. I don't think it's objectively the worst storyline, but I personally liked Engage's story more than I liked some of the other ones. That said, this is not gonna be Three Houses. This is not gonna be any of the storylines that. Yeah, Fate stories were pretty like meh, weren't they? Also, I don't think I said hi to people. I was so busy talking. Alastra yo, Juan yo, Chozo yo, Sentinel yo, Nestor the Lark. Hello, how's it going? yeah, feel free to talk. So at the end of this little shtick here, I would like to say story. Not that bad. I liked it. I thought the animations were actually stellar too, but we'll talk about that more when we get into the art. Personally, like the more lighthearted tone. Yeah, it's not gonna be like dark and heavy like Tellius, and, like, you know, delve into the themes of racism and classism like any of the other games. Like Three Houses obviously went full on with the kind of gritty atmosphere. And, I mean, as full on as you can for a Fire Emblem game, which is eh. but yeah, I think this one did a good job at being more lighthearted, a lot more cliche. Kind of cheesy at times, but it had a good message and it carried it across. Fates had a story that would have been really cool if it had been executed properly, but at the end it loses its main theme, because the story of Fates is like, do you choose your birth family or your adopted family? And the answer is both of them are your adopted family. Literally no one is blood related to you except that one girl who said she wasn't your sibling. Turns out she actually is. Okay, and now comes to my second point. Story with question marks after it, because when I was playing this game, as I was playing this game, I realized here, let's put on the right chapter for this. As I was playing this game, I realized I think this game, it's not just a culmination of the Fire Emblem franchise. Where's the Corrin chapter? Come on, where is it? Where's it at? When do we fight Corrin? It's been a while since we fought Corrin, isn't it? Did that happen all the way back at the beginning or something? The order of the chapters here is just... Oh, here it is. It was at the end. Oh, yeah, because I did the Corrin chapter kind of late, so... Okay, here we go. This is Corrin, isn't it? Yeah. Fun times. There she is, the Corrin. But yeah, no, I personally, I look at this game and I see Fire Emblem Fates. Like, I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people expected Three Houses, but instead, they went full on with Fire Emblem Fates. So, just to list the number of similarities to Fates specifically. So, you're the Divine Dragon. Everyone worships you, right? You kind of like, you exist in like a tower slash like almost non-existent state, and then you come out and everyone's like, whoa, Divine Dragon, whoa, fancy, right? You have, I guess, Corrin isn't the Divine Dragon, but whatever, you are the dragon. You have 2 twin retainers and a Jagan from the start. Your mother dies in a super early chapter, right in your arms, like, you know, super early, so that you can have like the accurate amount of sadness to keep going on through the game. You unlock a cool, untouchable home base, and it'll never become plot relevant. I guess in Engage it kind of becomes plot relevant. But you also have a light blue and white helper creature that manages your home base for you. I guess in Engage, at least your helper creature is not secretly your sister. But yeah, that was the thing in Fates. Yeah, good times. There are 8 nobles in the land. There are 4 boys and 4 girls. Each has 2 retainers, and you continue to be introduced to them as the game progresses. In order of age mostly, but like not exactly. And like, and the whole game is centered around those specific nobles and their retainers. And it like becomes the main point to collect them all, like Pokemon or something. There's also a mysterious female character that wears white and shows up and continues to allude to things like, oh, you know, mysterious powers, dark dragon, oh no, oh no. And it turns out that they're actually your blood relation slash sister slash cousin and have the blood of the dark dragon in their veins as well. And if they use their power too much, it'll kill them. But they're gonna use it for good because they're trying their best and they know secrets and stuff. And yeah, and then it turns out you're also secretly the child of the big bad evil dragon. And it's up to you to end everything. I guess you also can't turn into a dragon and engage, but yeah, I guess by turning into a dragon in Fates. So there you go. I mean, this is, I don't know, I put this together like pretty quickly, and that's a good number of similarities, I will say. So, it's a lot Fates-ish, which is not a bad thing at all. I think it took a lot of the tropes that Fates either started or kind of like emphasized, and then it went with them. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I would have liked to see less of a retainer aspect. Like the lords and retainers thing, I think is like kind of overplayed. I didn't necessarily like it in Fates. I didn't really like it here. I would have liked to see a lot of the same characters, but you meet them more organically and not just like, oh hey, I'm gonna get this guy and he's had like 2 other people with him and they're all gonna join my army. That was a little bit less good to me. Alright, so there we go. That's all for story, which brings me to the fun part, which is characters. There are a whole bunch of really cool, fancy characters in the game of Fire Emblem Engage. And we are gonna heckin' rank them. I am first going to rank these characters purely based on how I like them. Like this is just my objective, I'm kidding, my subjective opinion of how good the character is. So here we go. I'll put the tier list on and let's get started with that. Those old school esoteric unit recruitments. It was fun, you know, like when you encounter some guy on a very specific tile in the sand somewhere and he's like, hello, you're not a cat, so I'm not going to join you. And then he vanishes back into the desert. I am talking about Stefan from Path of Radiance, by the way. Or was it Radiant Dawn? It's been a while. Okay, tier list. Tier list. Bam, there we go. Let's go. Let the ranking begin. Okay, oh wait. Where'd my chat window disappear? No! He does it in RD as well. There we go. I feel like it was both, but like, you know, it's been long enough. Okay, there we are. Unit ranking. Let's hacking go. Okay, first of all, best, alright, let's put the rankings. Let's make some rankings. Best, good, I guess. Actually, no, this is gonna be like best boy / girl. And this is like, I like him. And then this is gonna be like, they're alright, I guess, is like kind of the middle tier. Oh, you need Micaiah? Oh, damn. In Path of Radiance, it was Lether Mordecai, I think, right? Or maybe Soren? No, wait, I think if Soren shows up, it's something else. They're okay-ish. Don't like... Whoops. Don't link. And then the last tier is gonna be literally, who are you? For characters that I did not use across like the entire game. Okay, so Alir, I actually, they grew on me. This is similar to what I said about Serenoa. I think in Serenoa's entire story arc, like he starts off kind of like, yeah, he's not much of a character, and then he grows into his character. Alir is the same way. Starts off naive, but by the end they're making some pretty valid points, and I found myself on their side more than not. How do I rate Vander? He's like a freaking Jagan. I don't know. I don't like Vander because he's literally just a Jagan. I am so glad we had the same idea for last year. Yeah, I mean, like literally, who are you though? Oh man, I don't know. There's nothing about Vander that stands out from any other Jagan, and Jagans are not the best to begin with. Well, okay, I like Jagan in Shadow Dragon because he's like, all right, Marth, you have to kill a man in your army. Let's go. This one, hey, Vander doesn't do anything. Vander was useful in early game. I don't think Vander was useful for me in early game either. I mean, he's as useful as like a Jagan is, which is not very fine. Yeah, Clan and Frem, I feel like there's more to their character, but I did not figure it out, so I don't even know who they are. I barely saw anything of Alfred. He's cool, isn't he? He's kind of like, he's like Dimitri. He looks like Dimitri, but he acts like Caspar. I think that's really funny. I gotta give him credit for that. I was like, oh, hey, look, it's just Dimitri, but then he wasn't Dimitri. He's actually just, like, buff. You really like Alfred? No, Alfred's great. I benched him, so I don't know anything about him. That's the problem. He's Dimitri, but with Caspar's personality and Lysithia's disease. Apparently he's, like, sick or something? I didn't freaking know that. That is also a very Fire Emblem thing, by the way. There's a guy in Shadow Dragon who just has cancer and freaking dies. I forgot who he is. His name starts with an A. I think it's Aaron? Aram? Frick, something like that. It's not Astrum. Astrum and Medea are different, but his name sounds similar to that, okay? That's all I remember. What else? Boucheron. I don't know anything about Boucheron. He's like buff or something. Aaron? See, Aaron reminds me of the guy from Path of Radiant, or no, not Path of Radiant, Radiant Dawn. So it might not be that. Maybe not. Eddie I thought was actually kind of cool. I liked Eddie Saline I actually liked as well, but I'm gonna put her at the top of the they're okay list. I don't know enough about Saline. I really don't. All I know about her is that she likes tea. And I feel like there's more to her than I know. Yeah, feel free to... By the way, the reason I do this live... I think I said this before, but just to reiterate, the reason I do these live is that I love to hear people's opinions on my stuff. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about something, or tell me your opinion if you think that you disagree. That's totally fine. Hand it on. Let's go. Jagen's have the tough role of being a helper unit only to get eclipsed the second you get another horse. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. There have been some good Jagens across the series, by the way. Titania, Seth, someone can even make a case for Frederick, who does remain being pretty good by even the end of, like, Awakening. But yeah, so there are like two classes of Jagens. There's the class of Jagens where you just stop using them, and there's the class where you, like, continue using them. But yeah, we'll talk about that more when we get to unit rankings. Louis I liked. I liked Louis. I thought he was cool. He's like, so Louis shows up, right? And he's like, he looks like Oscar. So I'm like, oh, this is just Oscar, right? But apparently it's not. Apparently he's like, it's called like a Fujoshi, right? Yeah? He's like a reverse Nina. Wait, is that the wrong one? No, Himedanshi. Fujoshi is Nina. Himedanshi is Louis, right? I think that's it. Like Eddie a lot too, but have a thing for bow users. I actually also like archers, which brings me to... Actually, no, let's... Okay, you know what? You know what? We're just gonna... I'll get to him. I'll get to him. He's just really cool. If we were doing Smash or Pass... Wait, shit. Hold on. How old is Alchrist again? Frick, man. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything there. You heard nothing. Alright, anyways. Chloe. I actually did like Chloe as well. I thought her personality was kind of fun. She's like Cordelia, kind of, but with the personality of Ash from Fire Emblem. I mean, they're all from Fire Emblem. From 3 houses. With the whole fairy tales thing. And then she also likes folk foods, right? I love folk foods, so I gotta say I connected with her over that. I was like, yeah, folk foods, let's go. Chloe's great. No, yeah. Love Eddie. Some of her supports are great. Oh, I'm missing out. I'm gonna downgrade, like, I think Alfred and, like, Eddie. I'm moving Boucheron up to don't like, which is actually a bad thing. Literally, Who Are You is a better tier than don't like. Here, I'll color this something different so that we know it's not bad. It's good to be in this tier. It just means that I might have liked you if I'd known more of you. Chloe and Louis are a fun combo. Yeah, that's true. I liked both of them together. I will admit that gameplay affects my likings of people quite a bit. Both of these people were very interesting, at least in the beginning, and even until the end, I think. Yeah. Gene, I don't know anything about. I don't like him. He's small and British, and he's like a doctor, right? Yeah, I don't know. Villager units have actually never been my thing. There's what, there's 2 previous villager units, and then the entire cast of Echoes. Yeah, there's Donal from Awakening. There's, what was her name again? Starts with an M. There's girl who starts with an M from Fates. I'm blanking, but I know this, I promise. And then there's Jean. Yeah, I mean, he's fine, I guess. Lapis, I feel like I would like Lapis more. I should change this. I should change this a little bit here. Maybe... Mozu, yes, that's the one, thank you. Midori is the other one. I'd replaced her name in my head with Midori for some reason. Maybe I'd like them if I knew them. Yeah, Lapis is a character I think I would like more if I knew anything about them. Citrine is like rich, right? That's like her whole thing. I feel like Saline had a little bit more depth to her. Citrine got hired into Alchrist's retainership position because she's rich, and then she doesn't like that or something? I don't know. Yeah, I'm putting her here. Diamant, another, like, actually probably the top of the list of I think I would like them if I knew them better. Like, just straight up, I think I would like Diamant a lot. I just did not get the chance to try using Diamant, like, at all. I didn't see any of his supports. I kind of ship him with Ivy. But I didn't get any of those supports. I don't know anything about him. Amber, I don't know. There's nothing about him that I liked. He's, like, into alpacas, right? That's it, right? Is there anything more? Is he cool? Oh, no. I feel like people are gonna roast me for that. Isn't, like, Amber super popular? Oh, damn. Okay, well, it's too late. Amber exists. I don't like him. But he's at the top of the don't like list. Jean is near the bottom, and so is Boucheron. Jade, I don't think there's anything I know about her other than just she's buff. Okay, maybe I'd like him if I used him, I guess. I don't know. Probably. I freaking don't know. Saphir. I thought she was cool. I like Saphir. He's like a chill guy. Anna, best girl, let's go. Ivy, best girl, let's go. Ivy's entire little shtick is so cool because she shows up and she's very clearly like a Tharja coded character, you know, like follower of the dark god type of person. And then she just casually is like, oh yeah, actually I'm Divine Dragon. I'm a Divine Dragon supporter the whole time. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. I said before when we was talking about story that I didn't like the way she just casually shows up and joins your army, but I gotta give her some credit for at least doing that. As a character, I think she's cool. As a plot mechanic, she was not as good. Zelkov, yeah, I like Zelkov. I think he's interesting. Once again, a sort of the person who like changes their stereotype when you talk to them, you know what I mean? Like, Zelkov looks like a Volk and seems like he'd be super serious and not have anything to him, but he's apparently like super artistic or something, and he like picks up new hobbies. He makes a statue of Alir for Thesomnia, like what the hell? That's awesome. I freaking love that. Kagetsu, like straight up best boy tier. I loved the whole foreigner thing. Ivy was a contender for best girl. Yeah. Ivy's too good. Like, she's just awesome. Her voice actor does do a good job. Yeah. I think there's a line she says where it goes like, devoted to you. And I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm devoted to you too, Ivy. I was like freaking chilling. I do like Kagetsu. I thought Kagetsu's whole foreigner shtick was a little strange because he speaks with a completely, like he has the same accent as everybody else. It would be funny if Jean had, or Jean, whatever. If Jean had a normal accent and Kagetsu had a British accent, that would kind of put the whole, like, I'm a foreigner trope into a little bit more acceptance, but yeah. He's like Cyril in that his voice actor just uses a normal voice, and they're supposed to be foreign, so you're like, question mark? No accent then? Alright, I'll take it. But it's fine. I think he is not exactly completely foreign, right? He's from, like, some place in Ivy's kingdom or something. I don't know. We will revisit the last year after we watch the 13-hour YouTube video of everyone's support conversation. Fun fact, I will actually be doing that. No NGL. Like, I haven't done that yet. But every time I finish a Fire Emblem game, I go back and read all the supports. Not for everyone, but for the characters I care about. So pretty much anyone in the maybe I'd like them if I knew them list, I'm gonna be reading the supports for. Actually, hold on. Eddie goes to the end of that. I don't know. Eddie is cool, but like, she's not the best in my opinion. Hortensia, I'm not a fan of, actually. I don't like the whole, I'm so cute character type. Like, I've never been a fan of that. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of like irks me a little bit. I think she's one of the better uses of that trope, but she reminds me of Sarah, and anyone who reminds me of Sarah is immediately down on my list. Frick Sarah. I hated FE7 Sarah. Gosh. Rosato is cute. I like him. I feel like, once again, if I knew more about him, I'd maybe like him more, but yeah. Fun fact about Hortensia, before the game came out, so like back in like January or something, all of Reddit was up in arms over how good Hortensia is. Like, everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, she's so hot, I would do anything. And then the ages for the characters came out, and someone's like, dude, she's 14. And everyone's like, oh, wait, shut that down. Shut that down immediately. What? No, we said nothing. It was actually kind of funny, so I'll give her points for the meme. Gold Mary, yeah, I'm not a fan. I can't deal with the whole characters who are like, I'm so perfect, I'm amazing. I feel like I should, maybe if I knew more about her, I'd like her more, but I don't. Lindon, yeah, I like old boys. He's chill. It's funny because normally this Lindon type character, he's like, there's always an old man that shows up at the end and becomes super useful, like Athos from FE7, for example. Yeah, Lindon is not actually that powerful, so it's pretty funny. Like, usually the old man sage who shows up at the end is, like, powerful. Lindon is just a normal freaking dude. Hortensia's a bit annoying in the main story, but her supports are pretty good. That's true. Okay, so I'll give you that. I liked... Ah, shit, I forgot what support. There was a cool support with, Oh, I don't remember who it was. It was like, Hortensia and somebody, and she was talking about, like, being childish versus not being childish, and I gave her a lot of credit for that. Like, I straight up, I was like, yo, Hortensia, a bit more mature than I thought she was, damn. But I liked it. I thought it was cool. Alright, Solm characters. Fulgato, in the tier of, like, maybe I'd like them if I knew them. I don't know anything about her. Also, I'm moving Jade to the end of the beginning of the don't like category, because I just... She was cool, but I don't think there was anything interesting about her. Like, I just don't know anything about her. Pendreo! Oh my gosh, Pendreo! I liked Pendreo a lot. Pendreo was interesting because everyone else in this game is kind of like a little bit of a Fire Emblem trope, you know? Not in a bad way, but in a good way. I thought it was cool that Pandreo just shows up and he's like every anime trope at once. He's like the party boy, but he's also a priest, and he's also an orphan, and he's also like the big brother character who was looking after his little sister when his parents left or something, and he holds parties that are also religious events, and he also howls like a freaking wolf, and maybe he's a furry, maybe he's not, I'm not sure, or maybe it's just like a party expression, I can't tell, I may be too old to understand these references, but Pandreo was great. I love that. Wait, Pandreo holds the honor of having the best reaction to meeting. Wait, what was it? I don't remember. Did he just shows up, right? He shows up in the beginning of the, yeah, in like the Soul level. Bruh, wait. I forgot. Someone tell me what, wait, no, we have videos. We have videos. Well, hold on. I'm gonna look this shit up. Those in the Soul chapters, right? Which is the beginning of the Soul chapter? Is it Soul Palace Scramble, probably? Yeah? Like near the beginning of that? Here, let's find it. There's Hortensia. No, it's the chapter before that. Okay, alright. Bandit Smash? Yeah, Bandit Smash. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then there's Fagato. And then there's like some other people. No, this is... They've already made it to the castle. When did he show up? What the hell? Okay, we have videos, but I'm not... I'm not gonna put it on because it's gonna take too long. Here, I'm back. Oh, it's the Divine Dragon double take. The Divine Dragon? Oh. Oh, it's chapter 12. Oh, I was on the right chapter. I just didn't click it properly. Ah, sucks. Okay, here, wait. Let's find out if we can... We'll play it later. Never used either and got Pandreo and Amber mixed up a lot. That's actually kind of fair. They look similar, don't they? They kind of look similar. Just a little bit. Pandreo's spikier. Pandreo also wields Soren amazingly, so top tier unit. Bonet, I know nothing about, and I feel like I don't like him. He's a chef, right? Is that it? Is there more? Someone told me he's like creepy too. Like apparently he's not a normal chef. Yeah, if you can spoil things about characters for me now, by the way, I don't mind. Tamara, they're okay. Nothing fancy about Tamara. But I like chefs. I like Oscar, for example. But Oscar has a cool backstory, and that's why I like him. Oscar from Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance, by the way. Yeah, he's cool. Oscar is the guy who like left his knighthood to take care of his younger brothers once their stepmother left them. And that's why he knows how to cook so well, is because he had to cook for 3 people, and like he gave up his whole profession just to like help his family out. And I was like, damn, Oscar.
Beauty isn't just
brother.
What we put on.
I love it.
It's
oh,
what
hold on.
We put out into
ads,
the world.
Ads happening.
And until
shout randomly until the ad goes away.
All that it is,
wait, where's the ad even showing up? What the frick?
Won't stop moving
oh my god,
forward.
Ghost ad.
Ulta Beauty.
Ghost ad.
Are beautiful.
What is this coming from? I have no ads open. Huh? I'm so confused. What the hell? No one knows where the ads go. They're everywhere. Alright, we're back to the ratings. Marin. I don't know. Does Marin have anything going? I literally don't know anything about her. She's at the end of the maybe I'd like them list. Maybe. I don't know, I'm not sure. I loved Panette as well. Panette and Pandreo were some of my favorite characters. I feel like I benched Marin immediately, so I would probably like her if I knew him more. Seadoll is interesting because I thought I would like Seadoll more than I did. Male Dancer is just such a great hook. But in the end, I don't know, it's just... Seadoll's whole thing is like, he wants to be fit, I guess. That's kind of the entire thing that Seadoll has going for him. Like, all his conversations are like, should I eat this donut? Let me fortune tell it. No, the fortune says I cannot eat this donut. Oh gosh, I hate this. I want to eat this donut. And I'm like, alright, I guess that's fine. Seadoll and Yunaka have a great support, but other than that, yeah, I don't think Seadoll had any other good supports. And I was like, come on, man. I want to like you so much. Inigo is my favorite character in Awakening. Why? But oh well, we'll leave it at that. Yunaka. So people are gonna roast me for this, aren't they? Oh, Marin's thing, her whole thing is trying to be cool. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know, is she also a furry? Can she and Pandreo be furries together? Is that what this is? I'm not even sure. Wolf Knight is a cool class, I never used it. I have no idea. Alright, so Yunaka, yeah, I like Yunaka. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got her killed, okay? It's fine. It's all good. It was necessary. Yes, I could have technically used a time crystal and moved Yunaka exactly one space further and she would have lived. But like, oh my god, it's back! Oh, I know where it's coming from.
And until everyone sees...
Yeah, let's go. We found the invisible ad. Yeah, I like Yunaka a lot. I think her character's pretty interesting. She starts off as like this kind of like, hey, nothing going on about me that's suspicious at all, anywhere. But then yeah, it turns out she's an assassin. That's a cool trope. I think it's something that has been done in Fire Emblem before. I can't actually pin it for me, but Yunaka's like kind of like Cap, who is a girl thief from FE6. But then she's actually like Jafar, who's a guy thief from FE7. I'm down for both of those, yeah. Like being the kind of like hidden assassin, someone with dark stuff in their past, but they've learned to get over it and they're being happy. Yeah. Good character trope, I love it. Also good support with Seedall. Vale. I don't know, there's nothing wrong with Vale. There's nothing wrong with Vale. I'll take this. She's kind of like Volk in POR. I feel like Zelkov kind of gives off more Volk energy, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, Vale is like alright. She's like Azura, but she's a dragon. That's fine, I guess. The whole like E-Vale versus good Vale. Okay, I like it. Yeah, would I necessarily go after them specifically? Maybe not. I think actually I might demote Vale to like okay-ish. I do like Vale. I don't know. That's about it. Nell and Rafal are like, are great. Nell is gonna lead the I like them category, and Rafal by default must head up. Must go straight to the top of best boy. I chose Rafal as my support my support partner. He's cute. What can I say? They're both like so Rafal, by the way, joins the pretty small cast of male dragons across the FE series. There's not too many of them. Most dragons are girls for some reason. But we've got characters like I guess you can kind of count Zane as a male dragon, if we're counting anyone else. Krithnaga and kind of Rajayon, maybe. Nils. And that's it, isn't it? I don't think there's any other guy dragons. Yeah. Can you make male Morgan into a dragon in... Oh, Kana. Okay, male Kana. And yeah, male Morgan can never be a dragon, because the only way to do that is to marry Tiki, and you'd have to be a guy, and then Morgan would be a girl. So, yeah, that's it. Not very many of them. And Rafal joins them. He's doing a good job at being one. He's got that male dragon look. I like it. And last but not least, he's the final boss of X6. Xenologue Chapter 6, and I really freaking loved that fight. That was such a good fight. Holy shit, the Xenologue was so fun. So yeah, I'm gonna give him mad props for being very, very fun to play against. Vale looks so cute with the bunny ears accessory though. I didn't use... So, fun fact, I didn't use like half the things in the thumbnail at all. I never went to sleep. I don't think I ever bought an accessory. There's apparently like a whole thing called trials or something. I didn't do that either. Yeah, I probably should have. Whoops. Okay, I think this is supposed to be the Xenologue versions. But yeah, if anyone's asking about the... Okay, let's put them in the normal versions first, and then I'll upgrade them to Xenologue. So, in the normal script, I guess I kind of like... Marnie, right? Yeah, Marnie was like, okay. Gris, like, maybe the head of the don't like category. No, I liked Hortensia more than Gris. Zephyr just all the way down and don't like. Mavier is great though. Like all Maviers go, let's put them right here. Maybe better than Alir, and worse than all the people in my best boy tier. But yeah, no, so Zephyr and Gris, they have that one scene where like I think Zephyr is dying because she made a magic crystal, and Gris is dying because he's been stabbed. And and they're both like just lying there on the ground, and Zephyr's like, if only I had had a child with Sombron. It turns out that I actually just wanted to have a child with anyone, literally, because I wanted to be a mother. And then Gris is like, dude, I would bang you. And Zephyr's like, wait, really? You would? Oh no, what I wanted has been in my grasp this whole time. And I was like, dude, that's a freaking terrible motivation. That is the worst character motivation I've seen. Especially since both of them, Zephyr and Gris, just spent like 20 chapters causing mass chaos, killing thousands of people, committing genocide, and then turning the corpses into zombies to commit more genocide. And then at the end, Zephyr's like, oh, you know, if only I'd had like a kid. And then the worst part is that she calls the four hounds her family and all that, right? But she doesn't like treat them like family at all. I think at one point she specifically says, Marnie, you have gone against the family. Children exist to like follow the rules of the parents or whatever. I mean, Samron says the same thing, but Zephyr also kind of has that same vibe. And she's like, if you will not follow my rules, I will kill you. And I'm like, that's not how you become a parent. Y'all shit can sucks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I hated it. Mavier's great though, because Mavier is just a normal freaking guy who got roped into this shit, and he's like, why am I here? Is Lady Vale okay? I don't know. And then I think Marnie has like a crush on Mavier or something, and that's the only reason she's not bad at all. Yeah, the only family she's familiar with is Sombron. That's true. Fine. But like, Still. Still. You should know that something's wrong. Someone should tell her that something's wrong. Yeah, the overall idea of Zephyia being, she's like propagating the cycle of abuse is exactly what's happening here. Like, she was clearly being abused by Sombron, and she takes that abuse out on like Gris and Marnie and even Mauvier to some extent, although Mauvier knows enough, he's like responsible enough and old enough to like deal with it. Marnie is not, and so Marnie just kind of gets murdered. Yay. Am I supposed to like Zephyia? No. Is she a good character? Maybe. I don't know. It's not executed amazingly either, like you pointed out. No, I agree with that. I think it's a valid excuse for a character, but it's not an excuse I appreciate. Yes, Mauvier is the kind of, yeah, exactly. I have like a little set of notes here, and I just kind of refer to them to make sure I'm addressing everything I want to address. And my notes literally says, Mauvier, the chemist, but you actually get to keep him. Let's go, we get to keep the chemist, let's go. Actually, how do you pronounce that? Is it Camus? Is it? I think it's Camus. I never... Look, I played Arcania first, okay? I didn't get any of the pronunciation. Oh gosh. Mauvier is more like the Lorenz, bruh. Marnie is the... Oh, I guess by default definition, Marnie is kind of the chemist of this. Well, I don't know, she's... There's other characters that, like, get killed by the enemy as almost a way for the enemy to, like, show off their power. I gotta think about that. It is Camus, but I always said it Camus. Yeah, they're not gonna change my mind on that front. I'm probably just gonna keep pronouncing it Chemist. But yeah, so there we go. There's all the characters. This is my little tier list of how much I like them. This is, by the way, purely my opinion. Nothing going on here that actually, you know, there's nothing, like, no whatever objectiveness or whatever. This is what I like. Okay, that's it. IDK was intentional, but you talked about the lords and retainers equaling out in gender, and your top tier is 4 boys and 4 girls. That was not intentional. But shit, you're right. Here, let's arrange them. Okay, Rafal, Alchrist. I think Ivy beats out Anna, I think, maybe. Pendreo I liked as a character a lot, actually. Kagetsu, maybe the end of the tier list. I loved Yunaka as a character, maybe more than Penet, even. Yeah, actually, maybe even more than, yeah, I liked Yunaka a lot. I thought she was a very interesting character. And that was kind of great. I didn't notice that. That's funny. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and just save this real quick. Log in to save the tier list to your profile. Not gonna do that. Not gonna freaking do that. Alright, and we're downloading this shit. FE engage character tier list. Let's go. Brilliant. Also, Marnie's death is perhaps the most telegraphed scene in the series. Bold of you to think that the rest of the series is not... Oh. Okay, to be fair, some characters die for shock value, I guess. But, like, I mean, Fire Emblem is not gonna have, like, super unpredictable deaths. Although I will say that, like, when Emerin died, I did not see that coming. I actually thought they would save her. I mean, spoilers, but the game has been out for 10 years, so it's fine. Yeah, I did not see that coming. I was like, wait, what? I thought we were gonna... Excuse me? That was a good time. Yeah, no. There were definitely red flags all the way through. I think I sped, like, multiple... I was like, yeah, they're gonna kill Marnie, aren't we? To be fair, I knew who was recruitable already, so... Oh, yeah, Scarlet and Fates. No, okay, Fates wins the award for least choreographed... No, wait, not choreographed. Least telegraphed deaths, but only because the deaths make no freaking sense. Like, Flora just lights herself on fire. Izana reads a prophecy, and the prophecy is like, go west. And then he, like, freaking dies. What? Scarlet falls into a cliff and then gets murdered. Why? This is supposed to be the golden route. What the frick? You kill off Scarlet? It's terrible. Oh yeah, Kaze, if you're not friends with Kaze, then he'll die trying to save you, I think. But if you are friends with him, then he comes back to life. I'm not sure why. Oh man, literally everyone in Fates. With Morion, you can see. Shit, you're right. The red flags are there. They're right there in the game. The game is actually telling you where they are. Oh man, good times. But yeah, so there's the character list, which brings me to the next topic. I freaking love talking about units now. So this is actually also going to be subjective. When we talked about units in Triangle Strategy and in Tactics Ogre, characters are a little bit more, I guess, like, characters are going to go the same way if you use them the same way. So let me preface this unit description by just saying very quickly that if, so in, like, Tactics Ogre or Tristrat, when you, like, build up a character, they can go one of two ways, and their stats are going to be dependent on that. In this game, there are emblems, and that changes things, because characters are going to be usually as good as their emblem is. So, depending on who you gave certain emblems to, the character's utility is going to change drastically. And the other thing is skills, right? So in a lot of other Fire Emblem games, there are skills, and obviously those skills are going to help out the characters who use them, but I don't think skills have ever been as, I guess, comboable as they have been in Engage. The way that the emblems work, and you can just kind of like equip them and get use of all the skills that that specific emblem has, makes for some really engaging gameplay. And it also makes characters' utility vary greatly. So for example, I rated Yunaka as like a character who falls off a lot. And yes, this is almost objectively true, like Yunaka's strength is just not gonna keep up with the way that most of the characters here go. Zelkov is better than her in most stats, which is a little bit sad, but it's true. But the thing is that if you put certain skills on anyone, you can make them useful. So like throw in like a speed taker for skill if you want like, you know, a little bit more speed on your character, or like throw in like a reprisal or something if you want more damage. Put in like a lunar brace if you want even more damage. You see what I mean? So I think like characters that I rate as good aren't going to be objectively good. And there is also of course the thing that I played this game blind. So I like, you know, characters that are the Est archetype. Across the Fire Emblem series, there are like Est/ characters that are good when you build them up, or like Marcia, I guess. They're good when you build them up, but they don't start off great. I wouldn't not have used those people usually. Anna, I got lucky on, because I wanted to use Anna anyways, and I was like, perfect. So Anna was good. But yeah, any other character that you can build up into something good, I didn't necessarily maybe see, unless I decided to use them and got in the right point anyways, so who knows. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on that one. I'm gonna reload this thing right quick. There we go. It doesn't remove it. How do I remove a tier list? How? Can I like clear? Oh, reset. There we go. Reset. Vale would be this game's Est. Vale is not an Est. Vale joins in like chapter 20 something, right? I guess Est doesn't join amazingly early, but like, isn't that a little too late? All right, here. So at the top, it's gonna be like, freaking MVP level. Like someone who is an MVP for multiple maps. Like just, actually we'll call it goat level. And then like pretty good. And then like utility. Actually no, this will be like top utility. Top utility. And then like pretty good. And then like sucks. Let's actually, you know what, I'm gonna go with sucks, damn it. Okay, yes, she's a Nino. Vale is definitely a Nino. Who joins late. You can train them up to be good if you really want to, but they're not gonna be like amazing. They might be amazing, but you're gonna have to put like a lot more resources into them than you would for any other character because they join so late, yeah. By the way, when I played FE7, I trained Nino. I got Nino all the way up. And then I had to, that was like a straight up bad move on my part because I love Urk more than anyone else. So I had to bench Urk for Nino because she was better. And I was like, no, I'm so sad. All right, anyways, and then this is gonna be benched tier. Okay, let's go Alir. That's straight up pretty good. Yeah, no, I thought Alir was not actually bad as a main character. Probably the top of the pretty good list. Vander's bad. Clan and Fram, yeah, I never use them. So they were benched and they're also sucks. Sucks can also be benched. Actually, this will be, how about this? Here, we'll move this tier down. This is like the sucks can also be benched, and this is gonna be like fell off and got benched. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't think I ever used Alfred. It's an unfortunate life. Same thing with Boucheron. He's alright, and I like his skill. The whole backup thing is kind of useful, and I love back attacks in general. You saw me use a lot of that. But, yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't have the defense to survive anything, but we'll get to that later. Okay, Eddie, I benched her pretty quickly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know Eddie is good, but, like, I knew I was going to use Alchrist because he was the one character I started off going, I'm going to use this guy. So I benched Eddie immediately. Heckin' sucks. Saline, she's actually decent in the beginning. So she's, like, probably the top of the not as good list. Maybe I should make more tiers. I feel like, because there's a significant difference between Saline and Alfred and like Clan and Fram, in my opinion. Like, this is just my opinion of the characters. So, instant bench feels like. Fun fact, we have a reward for that. If you want to pay 500 and get timed out for a minute. I'm kidding, don't take it. Vale is definitely better than the average Estino archetype. Oh, I didn't know that. I feel like Vale was immediately not usable for me. Yeah, I guess it might be like a maddening thing, maybe. I could be wrong though, I'm not sure. Okay, Louis. Actually really good. Maybe even the top of the fell off and got benched category. I think he would have been good if, well, there's not too many defense-heavy skills here, and of course the Maddening AI does do a few things. So here's the thing, right? Like, Maddening AI will not attack a character if they have enough defense to not get hit, or if they have enough avoid to not get hit. So that means characters like Yunaka, who can consistently maintain a void above the level that any enemy can hit, are not as good anymore, because you can't use them as enemy phase units, you can only use them as player phase, which means you're gonna have to rely on them to kill someone in one round. And characters like Yunaka don't have enough strength to do that. Characters like Louis don't have enough speed to do that. So they're not one-rounding people, and they're not enemy phase units that can chip off people's health that you can use later. So, which kind of sucks though, right? Because like, I did use Louis for like quite a bit of time, and he was pretty useful. But near the, like, I don't know, even halfway point of the game, he was taking more damage than he could deal with. So it wasn't even more of like the maddening AI thing, it was just, yeah, like enemies started getting really tough. And like now Louis is taking like 10x2 damage per enemy, and that means you can't enemy phase with him, so Right, Chloe, pretty good. Actually pretty good. I'm actually moving her to top utility because of the way that I used her. So once again, this is objective, the tier list. I used Chloe as my Crom rally bot, which was super useful because I could rally with her at any point. Flying units for that purpose are amazing. And then she also has like I forgot what skill she has, but I think it was somewhat useful as well. The ability to use staffs is great. The ability to use magic lances also great. I now know that the Levin sword is way better than the flame lance, so I kind of wish I'd made her a sword user, but then again, she was like my only lance user in endgame, so at least I had that. Yeah, she's a pretty good unit. Kind of equal magic and strength, which is never a good thing, actually. You don't want well-rounded characters. You want characters who specialize and specialize hard, but whatever. Gee, no, I don't think I used him at all. I think I need more tiers here. Shit. Okay, here, let me make another tier. Add a row above here. This is gonna be the tier of, didn't use, but seemed okay. There. Like, they're alright, they're not bad. Boucheron is gonna start at the sucks tail. There we go. Alchrist, straight to GOAT. I freaking loved Alchrist. He was great. I will say he's probably gonna be at the end of the GOAT tier, because by the end, he's just, even with the speed that I had on him, even with using Tiki to keep him at higher damage rates than anyone else, he wasn't doing as much damage as I would have liked. I think his growths are pretty decent too, but like, you know, it's not as good. Yeah, he had more than enough speed to double anyone. I did give him alacrity. He was using the Lin emblem the whole time, so yeah. Having someone who has enough strength to one-shot someone from across the map is amazing, so I will give him that. I think that saved my life like a lot of times. I think Chapter 5 Xenologue, I used Alchrist's Lin to murder the that dragon that shows up at the top corner and keeps attacking. Yeah, like I think that was definitely worth it, so. Chloe telling fairy tales to rally everyone's spirits. She's good, exactly. And Crom and Robin would appreciate that too. She's like, let me tell you the story of Crom and his boyfriend Robin. And Robin's like, wait, excuse me? And Nina pops up from somewhere like, yes, continue. All right, Lapis, yeah, I didn't use her. She seemed like she'd be okay. She seemed like she'd be better than Alfred, but maybe worse than Celine, I don't know. I have no idea. This is just my like opinion based on like the 1 or 2 maps in which I use them. Citrine, I'm kind of sad about because I built Citrine and then I benched her because she wasn't good. Apparently Citrine is much better if you have the Olwen ring. That makes sense. I didn't have it. I didn't use it. It's all fine. He seems eminently benchable. She could be good. She could be good. I guess the problem with this game is there's 3 archers and the other 2 are so good. Yeah. Mixed magic attack is almost way better in theory than in practice. Yeah, fun, fun callbacks to when I played Arcania game and made Navarre a Levin sword user. Because I had no idea how this shit worked. I was like, oh, the damage is based off of the magic stat. That's why he's not doing anything. That's the equivalent of giving Kugitz a Levin sword and just having him go at it, which is a terrible idea. Don't do that. Okay, Diamant. Didn't use, but seemed okay. Amber, I don't know. I don't think I would use him. Yeah, I don't think I would use him. Jade, yeah, same category as Louis, but like not as good. Saphir probably could be alright. I don't actually know. I didn't use her, but she seemed like she had decent stats when I got to it. She could have been useful back when I used her if I'd really wanted to train her up, but I didn't go for it, so it's fine. Anna! Anna, let's go! I gave Anna my awards, so I did like a little series of Fire Emblem Engage awards. Like a little award ceremony for the characters. I did that like 2 days ago or something. So check that out, I guess, if you'd like to. Where I drew some quick awards for each of the characters, and Anna won my consistent MVP award. So she was not the overall MVP, but she was the character that, from when I first got her, remained good, and then stayed good all the way to the end. So, my overall MVP is... Ivy. Woo! Love my girl Ivy. This is actually not Ivy's thing, it's just that I had to put this build on Ivy because she was the only character who could use it in the Xenologue. So, fun fact, Pendreo would be standing where Ivy is right now, if not for the Xenologue. But the build specifically is, so you put Soren Emblem on someone for Flare, that skill that lets him regain about half the damage that he's doing to someone, and then you put on Holdout+++, which is Roy's ultimate skill, and that gives you the ability to survive with 1 HP whenever you have more than 1 HP. And then what you must do is you must have more speed than the enemy, basically. That's it. And if you do that, you can just pop someone down in the middle of the enemy, and literally no one will ever die. It's actually great, and also let's just put this music back to like a little bit of a calmer soundtrack. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let me know if the music volume's a little too quiet or something. It's a little quiet on my end. Okay, I think we're good. Thank you for the free money, Anna. I know, right? It's so useful. I think Eddie is really good, but only play on normal casual. Oh yeah, so fun fact, I guess I didn't really mention this in specific detail, but the rankings of characters change drastically depending on whether you're in Maddening or hard or normal. Casual is also gonna affect things. So yeah, like there are definitely characters, when I was talking about Triangle Strategy, same thing, where some characters would be rated at like S+ tier on any mode other than Maddening, or in the case of Triangle Strategy, hard mode is Maddening, so. But yeah, like in the hardest level, they'd be rated as like B or something. I think another character that falls into that trope is unfortunately Yunaka, so we'll get to that when we get there. Zelkov, I mean, he's good, isn't he? So it's strange, I have to put him in top utility, because I reclassed Zelkov into a Mage Cannoneer. Oh, I did, that's true. I invested significant resources to get Anna into Mage Knight at the start, that's true. Anna was one of the 2 characters I went into, so you'll notice, once again, super biased. I went into this game knowing that I would play Anna and Alchrist. I didn't know how, but I was gonna make a way to use them, no matter what. So I put Tiki Emblem on both of them for Star Sphere. I definitely gave them resources, I definitely gave them the best emblems. Anna had Veronica, which is just an insanely stacked emblem. You get level boost, which is +5. Every time you kill someone, your internal level goes up by 1. You get Reprisal, which is if you take a lot of damage, you're doing more damage in return. You get, what's her 3rd skill? Veronica has a 3rd one. Oh, you get SP Gen. So each time you kill someone, you gain even more SP, and that makes you learn other skills. And then I gave her like Alacrity++, and I also gave her, I forgot what the last one was. Oh, Canter, right, yeah, Alacrity++ and Canter. So she became like a sniper, a mage sniper. Like a Mage Cannoneer, but shorter range. Yeah, it was a good time. Pumping Anna like that is rough without the DLC. Yeah, exactly. So, once again, this is a DLC run. You'll notice me talk about a lot of the DLC skills. There are many units here who would not be good without the DLC emblems. So the Ivy Soren build, it worked because of Soren, right? Well, okay, so I've hypothesized that I could make this work without Soren, and my thing is, I think you could use Irika's Lunar Brace, and then whenever you're engaged, you'd be regaining, but you wouldn't use it on Ivy though. You'd have to use it on like Kagitsa or something. You'd have to. Oh no, it has to be a 2-range. It has to be a 2-range physical user. I guess you could throw it on like a dagger unit and see what happens. That could be interesting. But yeah, so as long as you have Roy's Holdout+++, that would be it would work. It would work for sure. Can we put Soren in the MVP list? I have another list with the emblems. Oh, I'll be getting to that. I have played a lot of Fire Emblem games. Okay, I want to rank the emblems, but we'll do this first. Kagutsa Goat, yeah. Kagutsa, I recently posted this video, by the way, so check out my YT VOD's channel. But for those of you who were here yesterday when I fought the final boss, I made it my goal to get every conversation I could. Obviously, I didn't know the conversations were going to be there beforehand, so I missed out on Corrin, I missed out on Roy, and I think that's it. Oh, I missed out on Leaf, right, yeah. But I killed every of the bosses, and I got every conversation I could before fighting Sombron. That makes the battle so much more difficult. That makes the battle so much harder, because, I mean, I did it first try, obviously, but, like, it takes so long, it's such a drag. But what I did just recently, by which I mean today, is I went back and I was like, okay, so just, if I were to not get all the conversations, how long would it take to kill Sombron? And it turns out the answer with my build, and like no setup, like I didn't plan for the Sombron fight, I didn't know anything about it going in other than what I saw in the stream yesterday. Yeah, it takes 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes and like 1 turn for phase 1 and like 2 turns for phase 2. That's basically it. Literally, if you want to see like a 10-minute... Yeah. There was a... There was a straight up moment in stream yesterday where I was standing there and I could have killed Sombron, but he hadn't summoned the last 4 emblem, like dark emblems yet, and I'm like, shit, man, I want to wait. I want to see every conversation. Yeah, so if you want to check that out, it's there. Just type in !YT VODs and you'll get it. Yeah. And you'll see my my final fight of Sombron, except everyone lives, and I also manipulated it so that Kagetsu engaged with Marth, used a Lodestar Rush with Falchion to do the final blow on Sombron. And I was like, that's just, it's really fitting, right? For Marth and the Falchion to end this off, so yeah, I did that too. Yeah, it's not hard. I was doing it the very hard way, but it was fun though, it was so fun. Okay, anyways, so back to Hortensia. Hortensia, yeah, top utility unit. I think the ability to save staffs is actually very useful, but I will say, I think I had a lot more staffs than I would have needed to by the end. Since this was a blind run, I didn't really know how many staffs I would need, so I wasn't sure whether I needed to save them. I thought it would be best to play it safe and make sure I had as many uses of the warp staff as possible, so I put Mikaya on Hortensia and went with that. But yeah, is Lodestar Rush or Bond Blast more fitting? True. We killed other bosses with Bond Blast, but I never used Lodestar Rush. So I thought it was more fitting. Oh wait, no, Lodestar Rush is more fitting because Sombron wants to see more than anything else the Zero emblem, and my hypothesis is that the Zero emblem is Henri from Marth's game, and Henri wielded the Falchion first, so that was like Naga's tooth that Naga gave to Henri. So, so he got killed by the same weapon that his old friend slash emblem slash crush, I guess, used. So there you go. That's why. Alright, anyways, Rosato. I guess he kind of fell off and got benched. Yeah, it's a little sad. Actually, he's at the top of the fell off and got benched. No, Louis is at the top of the fell off and got benched. Rosato, I never actually found out a good way to use. I think he might be better if he had a little bit more speed, but he wasn't doubling anyone. And his special skill, or like his class special skill, Air Raid, gives you +5 speed if you attack someone from a place they can't counterattack from. Which, yeah, I don't know. He didn't have enough speed to use that, so even with the +5 speed, he wasn't doubling. And that means it's kind of not useful, so He can do a lot of damage, but he's also too squishy. I mean, yeah, but like Kagetsu can do a lot of damage and he's squishy. That's the point, right? It's like, you know, just run in, kill, and then come back out. So I feel like, either way, it would have been alright. Yeah. I think my problem with him is he just wasn't doing a lot of damage either. Yeah. But I did use him actually as a utility unit now that I think about it. He can pull off the Lucina ball strats pretty well. Flyers are just very good in most Fire Emblem games. Wyvern Knight is usually the best class in a Fire Emblem game actually. Like by default, if you want to pick a class, go Wyvern Knight. So, I didn't use Gold Mary at all. Maybe she's good, maybe she isn't, I'm not sure. I didn't use Lindalen at all, but I feel like he wasn't as great as I would have thought. Maybe he's at the top of this tier. Fogato, he's pretty good, right? I feel like Fogato, a lot of people say good things about him. I'm not sure. Pandreo could have easily been the GOAT, but I just... He's not, you can't use him in the Xenologue, so it sucks. You can't use him at all. If you can't use him in the Xenologue, he's not usable. God damn it. He was my Soren user. He was pulling off the strat like no one's business, and he has more than enough speed to make it work too. So, but oh well. Bennett, I don't know anything about him. Tamara apparently is pretty good, right? It's weird to me that the Lords are not as good as I would have expected. I kind of expected the Lords to be better, like in general, but maybe they're not. I heard many good things about Marin. Like a lot of good things. I think Marin, well, I didn't use her. I didn't use her so she goes here, but like I think she might have actually been pretty good. I think Marin was actually supposed to be really good. People were like, use Marin, and I'm like, she's not good, you guys are wrong. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Marin is like a stronger and more mobile Yunaka. Oh no. Well, I wish I'd used that. Meanwhile, Panette goes straight into the GOAT tier. Panette just, yeah, crit is amazing. Her skill gives you +10 crit, I believe, for like being below max HP. If you throw on Wrath, then you're getting another +30. And if you've got a forged weapon, you can get up to like 60 crit on those forged weapons. So that's 60 + 30 + 10. That's 100% crit chance. Let's go. So yeah, amazing times just getting that 100% crit with my girl Panette. Definitely love it. That is true. Yeah, the enemy wolf fighters were pretty annoying. And I never used but she wasn't doing enough damage, I feel like. Maybe I expected too much. Maybe I should have thrown Lunar Brace on her earlier. I tried that in the Xenologue and it just didn't work for me. I don't know. Seedom, obviously top utility. Dancers are always top utility. And the fact that you can use a dancer in this game when you also have the Byleth emblem on someone else makes this incredibly powerful. Because, so for example, in the Xenologue final chapter, You know what? Alear in the Xenologue final chapter is absolutely overpowered. And you can get Alear to go 7 times in one turn, if I'm calculating correctly. In fact, I think I didn't use all of them. I didn't need all of them to take down Sombron, but you can definitely one-turn Sombron. I did one-turn Sombron. Yeah, wait, yeah. Okay, so I one-turn Sombron, but you can do more than one. You can 1.5. You can kill 1.5 as a Sombron. Because what you can do is, so you attack once with Alear, and then you dance, and then you Byleth dance both, oh, you can maybe go 8 times, shit. Okay, hold on. So you attack with Alear, dance, and then attack again, so that's 2. And then you Veronica contract, that's 3. And then you, 3 houses, plus attack, and that's the 4th attack. And then you get to go again, so another attack, that's 5. And then you Byleth dance, Veronica, Seadoll, and Alear. So then that's the 6th attack for just being danced, and then the 7th one for using, yeah, the 7th one after dancing with Seadoll again, and then the 8th one for using Veronica's contract again. Yeah. Whoa. So there you go. What did you think, this game didn't have Gale Force in it? Well, speak again. Violet brings the thunder. Okay, yeah, no, it's great. And dancers definitely need, or you definitely need a dancer to be able to do all that. Oops, all Alear. Yeah, if you want to see that, that's how I ended the X6 battle, but I think Sombron died after like 5 of them, so I didn't get to do all 8. Or I said Sombron, I meant Rafal. Yeah, that's how I did the Xenologue 6. But I had to get to the end first. Yeah, getting to the end is the hard part. Killing Sombron is not the hard part. Ah, gosh, that was fun though. Okay, Yunaka. I don't know, I fell off and got benched. Yeah, I had to reclass her to Enchanter in order to use her. Which, I don't know, maybe that counts, but like Enchanter's a pretty buff class on its own. I think Enchanter and Mage Cannoneer are just insanely stacked classes, like they're so useful. Mage Cannoneer more than Enchanter for sure, but both of them are incredibly good. Enchanter's like weapon enchantment, Weapon Surge, on the Tomahawk gives you plus 20 crit. So that makes Panette over there a 2-ranged unit. A 2-ranged unit who can reliably crit on the counter. Which is just insane, because that means if anyone here is not using a longbow or a Thoron, just park Panette in the middle of the enemy with less than half HP and watch her destroy everybody she comes across. It's so good. Vale, pretty good, actually. She wasn't that bad. By the end, I found myself decently enamored with using good old Vale over there. I brought her to the final battle. Was she that useful? No. She's probably at the bottom of the pretty good tier. Same thing probably for Nil. I didn't use Nil enough, but she was good. I'm counting her usage in the Xenologue, of course. I think all dragons are by default decent, at least, because they can use Corrin and Camilla, and all the special effect thingies, they're so good. They're so freaking good. Love that. And yeah, my boy Rafal. He's probably gonna be top of pretty good tier, I think. Yeah, he's not the GOAT. He's definitely not. But he was very underleveled. He was like a good, I think he joined at level 20, right? I think by the end he was like level 30, where characters like Anna were definitely hitting like internal level 50. So, because I had like reclassed them and then gotten them like almost all the way through another set of turns or something. So maybe even 40, but still like at least 10 levels behind, which kind of sucks. Gris was never good, I guess. Or Gregory, sorry. Gregory was, I couldn't bench him. You can't bench him, so I guess you just, well, actually he's not that bad. So the interesting thing about Gregory is he has a lot of magic attack, but he has low accuracy, so you kind of have to like rely on him to do things. Yeah. I'll put him in like fell off and got benched, because I would have benched him if I had the chance. Marnie has the opposite problem. Well, actually a similar problem. Less accuracy than you would have liked. A lot of defense though, so she is actually pretty decent. Did I use her for anything much? No, but I feel bad about the fact that she was the only unit I got killed in the Xenologue, so I'm gonna put her up there. Zephyr is pretty good. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Marnie goes down a tier. Marnie's not as good as like Louis. Probably even worse than Rosato maybe. But Zephyr, definitely a good unit. I'm gonna put her below like Pendreo and all that, because she's kind of she does that thing where she has lots of magic and also lots of strength, but she does it well. I'll give her that. And then Mavier, I don't know, I feel like I didn't see enough about him. Fell off and got benched. Yeah. I feel like Mavier was supposed to be super powerful or something, but I didn't end up using him, so not as good as I would have liked for sure. And there you go, that's my tier list. Oh, let me just download that image real quick. Download. Save. Engage unit list. Okay, there we go. Bam. Here we go. What? Things are happening. Okay. Alright, can we see the whole screen? Yeah, there we go. That's the tier list right there. Oh, let me move someone to the top row fell off and got benched. Did anyone here fell off and got benched? Eddie, I guess. Alright, there. Eddie gets an upgrade so that the list can fit in one. So the list can fit in the number of rows I have. Perfect, good for her. Yeah, no, I think overall though, once again, I am going to reiterate this because people are going to call me out. The characters in this game are going to be as good as the skills you give them, and they're going to be as good as the emblems you give them. So like, you could say something like, of course Eddie is good, just put the Lin emblem on her, and then give her like Reprisal, and then give her like Canter Plus, and then you'll be fine. And like, yeah, anyone would be good like that. So I'm not trying to rate people by any objective means. I am rating them subjectively, including all the resources I gave them. So like characters like Alchrist, I definitely buffed up. Same thing with Anna. Like I put resources into Anna, and that's why she was good. But this is how they played out on my turn. I guess this is more of like a possibility type of thing. Like, hey, you're looking for a good unit? May I recommend you these top row folks over there? They can be good. Can anyone else be good? Yeah, but like these guys can be good in a way that I have proven, I guess. This is adjacent to Mavier Erasure. Wait, the 4 winds won't stand for this. Much like the pillars in that temple. Shit. Too soon. Too soon. Oh man, I love it. That was a nice unit to have when the deployment slots increased by 1 and you have nobody else whose level is high enough to adequately fill it. Damn, that's a good point. Like I was just... Here, I have the game open right now. Here, wait, hold on. Okay, we can just... Inventory. Was anyone else, like, a possible unit I could have used in the final battle, other than Vale? I could have used Mavier, maybe. He was at internal level 33, maybe-ish, kind of. I could have used Nell. That would have been bad. Pendreo? Louis? Maybe? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I think that was it. I didn't expect 14 units. I expected less than 14 units for sure. Damn it. Oh well. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so that's the units discussion we have here, which leads me to the next topic. You didn't expect me. You didn't expect me to talk about Engage without talking about the emblems, did ya? You can't possibly expect me to get into this game and not discuss my boys and girls from the previous games, have ya? Oh boy, I hecking love the emblems. Let me find the right tier list because I got one open for me right about here. This is all the games. This is the emblems. Let's go. This is such a jank list, but let's go. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I had my way, all of these here, the tier list is going to be like this. It's going to be D, and then S, and then S+, and then S++, and then S+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++ There you go. Okay, and oh yeah. Okay, that's a good question. That's a good question. How am I ranking them? Am I ranking them by overall unit utility or by like their best skill? That's a good point. Roy is a contention for me because so I would put Roy at like low tier, but the problem is that Roy has the best skill in the game, but nothing else he has is good. Actually, Blazing Blade is pretty cool, but it's not good enough that I would warrant using it on him when you could use other things. So, I don't know. Okay, well, I'll do like a kind of combination thing. I think Roy will get some points for having Holdout Plus, but yeah, we'll find out. Okay, so this is utility. By the way, this is not how much I like the character. This is utility. Yeah, emblem utility. Okay, I'm just making you know beforehand. All right, can we frame the last tier to Roy in a frame? No, Roy has the best skill in the game. No, Holdout Plus is the best skill in the game. Like, by a long shot. It's such a good skill. It's so freaking good. Literally, that skill should not exist. I think what I would do, if I were making this game, I would take out, like, Holdout Plus. I think Holdout Plus is good enough. The last level is just absolutely insane. Okay, anyways, let's go back to this. Alright, so starting with Marth. I don't want to start with Marth, because I like him, but I'm going to be putting him pretty low tier. He's good on Kagetsu. But yeah, the extra attack is what he has, right? Lodestar Rush. Anything else there? Roy plus Timera is one of your best tanks in Maddening mode. Yeah, literally just, you don't even need the whole Roy, though. You just need Holdout Plus. That's true, though. You don't have many resources, so if you're gonna have to do what you can, you know? Roy's Holdout is definitely a good way to do it. And if you have any way of regaining HP, then it makes it kind of Nosferatu stacked. Alright, Celica, yeah, I don't think she was great either. I'm moving Marth up one tier, because Marth with Kagetsu made a good pairing. He has enough strength and speed to be able to use Marth consistently. Marth gives you an extra attack at half damage, I believe. That's his thing. And yeah, Lodestar Rush is like 7 attacks, 9 if you're a dragon with the same blade, whatever it is. That's probably fine. I like that, yeah. Sigurd, movement skills are always just extremely powerful in any game. He also has Headlong Rush, which is, oh, you mean Blazing Blade is super good? Well, you mean like Fire is super good, right, as a strat. But I'm including the, so I put Corrin on my dragons immediately. So I had the ability to use Fire any turn, just for free. Which means it like kind of drops the value of Blazing Blade a lot. Is that what you meant? Blazing Blade gives you fire on the 6 squares in front of you, if I'm correct, right? But Corrin can do 9 squares in front of you, plus 1 space, and just do it for free every turn. Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong about that, because I haven't used Blazing Blade more than once or twice. But that was my opinion, at least. Celica goes into S++ because Grist used her in a funny way. Did he? I don't freaking remember. I literally don't remember. What is this? Yeah, no, Celica is not that great. No, the weapon, not that skill. Oh, okay. Here, wait, I have the game open right in front of me. Let's go read the description here. Alright, here we go. Ring reference. Ring reference. Ring reference, let's go. See, now we can kind of just take a look and I'll see what I've been missing out on. Yeah, this is my chance to learn about the skills I never actually got to use. Kind of sucks. Binding Blade? Blazing Blade? Binding Blade, yeah. Okay, Binding Blade. 14.95. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's the same game. It actually is a blade that's on fire, so I think it is literally a Blazing Blade, isn't it? Freaking sucks. His dad has the Blazing Blade. Okay, good. 95, 1 to 2. Def Res plus 5. So like Ragnell then? Okay, that's pretty cool. Ragnell only gives you Def plus 5, right? Yeah, weight 8 though. Yeah, I bet Ragnell has more weight than that. That is cool. I like having 1 to 2 range swords, especially fast 1 to 2 range swords. Useful. Okay, nice. I like it. I still think holdout plus is just stacked though. Speaking of, I think Roy goes into S+ tier just for holdout plus. It's literally not. It shouldn't be allowed. Okay, moving on. Leaf. I don't think I used Leaf at all. Adaptability is straight up a downside, because sometimes. So I think we were talking about this with Panette. Sometimes you have like a weapon that you want to keep on you and you don't want to switch to whatever the best weapon is for that circumstance. He does have Vantage, that's true, but Vantage is a skill that's been in like every freaking Fire Emblem game, so yeah, someone had to have Vantage. And I'm not giving him too much credit for that. Vantage is important, that's true. We wouldn't have Panette build without it, but yeah, I mean, it's just Vantage. I'm keeping him down there because I don't think I would use him as an emblem on anyone. Well, I didn't use him enough. So once again, this is a subjective list. That's gonna be. Lyn. Many builds would not be possible without Speed Taker. Speed Taker is great. Alacrity also just is stacked. Here we can just, there. Like, look at this. It's freaking, she's got Speed Taker, which is like up to 10 extra speed just for killing people. Insane. Of course I'll take that. And then Alacrity plus, which is like, go first. Like, is your sniper getting one shot by the counter? No more must you worry about that. Yeah, literally the best. And then like, what is that skill? Astra Storm, I think? Yeah, attacking at like 30% or something damage across the map. Absolutely insane. I love it. And you can use any bow you want. So forge a bow with like the highest weight possible and just insane strength, and then go at the enemy. That's freaking incredible. Okay, back to the tier list. Irika. Irika's Lunar Brace is pretty good. I think we would have had a much tougher time on Xenologue without Lunar Brace, actually. So I was talking about the Sorin build being good before, but you know, I did the same exact build. I did the holdout plus thing with, oh wait, I did do this. Yeah, I said this before and I was like, oh, I haven't tried this out, but I think it would work. No, yeah, you can do this with Alir, yeah. So I beat the Xenologue with Alir using Lunar Brace plus, yeah, Lunar Brace plus, and holdout plus, yeah. So you can essentially, so you know how like we were talking about Alir attacking the enemy like 7 times in a row? You can only do that if you survive. And the way to survive is to use Lunar Brace to regain health after every hit, so kind of nice. Miss that you can't use Astra with her swords too. Yeah, I think that would be a little bit, well, because like, you know, it's a bow skill, like it's a long distance skill, right? It would make a little bit less sense if you were, you're not shooting the air, you're just throwing your swords at him. I guess if Fate Grand Order archers can just use chucked swords, then anyone else can too, but eh. Ephraim... yeah, I don't know, I guess he's the same as Arika here. I don't know. Ephraim doesn't do anything. Does he do anything? Oh, wait. Wait. Lunar Brace Plus gives you health back because of Ephraim's skill or because of Arika's skill? Oh, I don't remember. I do not remember. So who is it that we have to credit for giving us that busted build here? Night and Day. Solar Brace to Bravery. Okay, but I don't care about that. I'm talking about... okay, Lunar Brace Plus. Wait, this doesn't tell you... this doesn't freaking tell you what? Oh, Gentility? No? Ah. That's true. I don't think I switched to Ephraim a single time either, but like, where's that healing skill coming from? Where's the freaking healing skill? It's not here. Wait, what? How do you heal? It's just not listed. It does not tell you that you get to heal. Oh, it's Solar Brace? Really? What? What? Really? Why is Solar Brace not listed? It's kind of sad, isn't it? Is Ephraim here or something? I thought maybe. Okay, no, I guess not. Alright, fair then. I guess we're giving Ephraim credit. Yay! Go Ephraim, you made my Xenologue clear possible. Thanks, Debs. Yeah, I appreciate it, Debs. Ike. Good emblem. Good emblem. Wrath is good. I don't think he's like busted all on his own though. Wrath is good. Oh, the defense decrease is really good. But yeah, I didn't find myself using that a lot in Maddening because it's, especially with Maddening DLC, where you have kind of like the, you have the ability to play a little bit safer if you want to. So, I used Wrath, don't get me wrong, but Wrath brings him up to S+. The whole defense decrease, definitely useful, but not as good as you would have liked. Yeah, half damage when engaged is good, but, you know, if you're dropping to 0 Avoid for Great Either, then eh. And then also Great Either doesn't, attack immediately, so also eh. Yeah, you have to wait a turn. I feel like I got some really good Great Ethers off, but even the damage you're doing from that is not incredible, especially when you're using Wrath, so you're gonna have a crit build. So, you know, in general. Ike is the best enemy phasing emblem, but like holdout +++. If you use the holdout combo with any Nosferatu strat, you can regain health infinitely, and you don't have to like risk it. So Ike's thing is a risk, right? Because like, if enough people attack you, you're going down. Holdout is just safe. But yeah, no, that's true. I think alone, as like a solo emblem, Ike is probably the best on enemy phase for sure. I do like the half defense, or not half defense, what am I talking about? I like the half damage. I like the +5 from Ragnar. I think that's kind of awesome. But that's the thing, yeah, his skill doesn't combo with his other skills, because Wrath gives you plus crit when you're low on HP, but you heal with Great Either, so you're not low on HP anymore. And even if you do have a high crit rate, Great Either doesn't crit, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, like, Great Either just doesn't combo with any of Ike's other skills, so eh. But Wrath is good. His skills are good alone, but they don't work together, which is weird for an emblem. Micaiah, yeah, just freaking busted. Micaiah probably at the top of all of this, except for maybe one more person. But Micaiah is insanely good. Holy shit. Like, I can't believe they gave us an emblem that can, first of all, increase your healing range by, what, 6 or something? That's freaking terrible. Like, what the hell? And then, the 5 people warp is just absolutely stacked. Like, you can't warp 5 people at once. That's too broken. What? I was just... yeah, Great Sacrifice is terrible. Wait, Great Sacrifice was as good as in her... was as good in her... Wait, really? You think Great Sacrifice was good? I don't think I ever used Great Sacrifice except to, like, gain XP. I don't like Great Sacrifice at all. I gotta disagree with you, Sentinel. Hector might be good too, but I never used him. Oh, I guess we'll get to Hector when we get to Hector. Yeah, I didn't use Hector enough. You liked it? Wait, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong here, but Great Sacrifice to me felt like a Fortify Staff, but worse because you're using up all your HP. And like, you're using it on your healer, so it's not like this is a character you want to use Reprisal on or something. I mean, I guess oh, that could have been fun. Oh. Yeah, wait, what if you put Reprisal Plus on Hortensia, and then you intentionally use Great Sacrifice to get yourself down to exactly 1 HP, and then she's already got... oh, but then I'd have to put Cantor too. Yeah, she already has Cantor. Yeah. That'd be fun. Yeah, no, I agree. I used Great Sacrifice to level up. As I said before, that's the only thing I used it for. I don't think I ever used it. Didn't have a lot of staff users. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, it's always good to have more healers. I'll agree. Would have been great if you wanted to power level Jean. Yeah, I power leveled Zelkov with it. So for those of you who remember, I decided pretty late that I was gonna make Zelkov into my Mage Cannoneer. So yeah, basically just that. Another common usage as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, would have been cool to have Reprisal. I don't think we needed Hortensia for damage though, so nah. Still good to have though. Still good to have. Okay, Lucina. So Lucina makes Flyer Ball strats possible. And we did use Flyer Ball strats pretty successfully on the Xenologue, but by the end I actually kind of phased out that strat and went with something else. What else does Lucina give you? No, that's it. It's just fly. Oh wait, we used her to solo the Ike Paralog. Oh yeah. Yeah, Lucina as a tank is nice. Cause you can guarantee 100% no damage. If you have more speed than the enemy, and you've parked her in a place she can't get hit, then everybody around her is just not taking any damage. For those of you who have played Triangle Strategy, which I know some of you have, reminds me a lot of our good boy, Mr. Shieldmaster. Flanagan was a great guy. I loved him. He had a similar skill that wasn't as good. She gives you the follow-up attack deal. All for one. Oh wait, yeah, you get to follow up attack on everyone. Oh, that's true. I liked that. I did like that, yeah. It turns anyone into a backup unit. I use that pretty liberally in both X6 and in like the final battle and all that. That's true. Okay, forgot about that. Yeah, no, I think I relied on that a good decent amount, so it's kind of nice. Okay, I'll give you that. I think that's it. Corrin, yeah, just really good emblem actually. I loved Corrin's, like, she has a lot of good things going for her and they all combo well. So Corrin's entire thing is like playing the field, like support strats, kind of like a bard in the D&D game, which I liked. I thought that was really cool. So if you put Corrin on a dragon, it obviously becomes a lot more stacked. You can use any of the 7 effects for free at any time. I am a huge fan of using fire. Once again, as you might have seen in Triangle Strategy, I use arson quite a bit. And what do you know, it works here too. So having a dragon to breathe fire at any time is just insanely good. You can use it for any of the other stuff as well. You've got like, let's say, what was it again? You got like freaking stone? Yeah, stone, and then healing, and like avoid down, and then fog, of course. Who could forget fog? Yeah, they're all good. They're all good. I never use the vines. Vines is like it stops you from getting broken or something, but other than that, I think everything was pretty much stacked. And that's not even the main bonus of Corrin. Yeah, I haven't even talked about what makes her really good yet, because Corrin can also freeze people in place by attacking them while engaged. Love that. And then you have the, what is it called? Like Draconic Hex? I think I put Draconic Hex on like at least like 5 separate units by the end, because it's just so good to have a unit who can debuff other units. I don't think they stack, so you don't really need to put it on 5 units. I don't think I did actually put it on 5 units, but still, super valuable. So Draconic Hex to like debuff people before you go in for the kill. And then, yeah, being able to freeze people, do any of those effects. It's just like a really good utility emblem, and I think utility is something that we always look forward to in this game. Also, I'm demoting Arika and Ephraim down to S+. Okay. Ramp up can be up all the time. Bonded Shield can only last for 4 turns. I mean, Rampart is still a TP-based skill, right? So you'd have to build up the TP to be able to cast it again immediately. That's true, though. You can use it up all the time, as long as you've got somebody there like Medina. Yeah, good point. That's true. I mean, you can do something similar with Bonded Shield in that, like, there's a lot of emblem recharge spots that are kind of just everywhere. So if you've got, like, a Flying Dancer, by which I mean Seadoll, but with Camilla, yeah, so if you have DLC emblems, I guess it becomes a lot easier because you have a Flying Dancer who can just go around and like become a flyer for you and get you to be able to go twice, and then Lucina would just sit down on one of those emblem regain spots, whatever they're called. I forgot to call it. Emblem regain? Emblem regen? Whatever. Yeah, so then you'd be able to reuse them. But I guess those are also in high contention. So, yeah, good point. Okay, that's a good point. Alright, and then best emblem. Byleth, yeah. So I don't know what possessed the game to make Byleth a dancer. Which is, it's kind of funny because Byleth is actually the only character in 3 houses, well, okay, one of the few characters in 3 houses that cannot be a dancer. Pretty much anyone in 3 houses can be a dancer, and Byleth is not one of them. But hey, he can dance now, let's go. And not only can he dance, he can dance. He can dance for people. Holy shit, Goddess Dance is amazing. For those of you who have played, was this in Path of Radiance? Yeah, you could get Rayson to transform in Path of Radiance, right? Yeah. And then Raphael gets it for free in Radiant Dawn, but the others also get it when transformed. Yeah. There are some dancers who have done force-based dancing before, I think it's pretty much just Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn where we've had the 4 Space Dancers. But yeah, we get it again in this game. And not only do we get it in combo with another dancer. So Seadoll's existence makes Violet insanely good, because as I said, you could get people to go like 4 times in a row. Just absolutely incredible. Each Heron has a different pattern. I thought Rayson and Leanne are pretty much the same. And then Raphael is special in that Raphael, he can't fly, but he gets the 4 Space Dancing all the time. Sylvia, Lean, and Lelia in FE4 can dance 4 people. Really? Wow, I didn't know that. See, I haven't played FE4, so I wouldn't know that. That's awesome. What the hell? Wait, there's 4 Space Dancing in FE4? You're making me want to play FE4. I'm waiting for the remake. It's gonna be there. It's gonna happen. Alright, Tiki. Tiki's a good emblem. I don't think it's not as busted as like some of the other ones here. Maybe like up here. Star Sphere is great. If you want to build up somebody's stats, then Star Sphere is the way to do it. So I gotta give credit for that. What else does Tiki have? I think Life Sphere was decent. You get to like regain health. Geosphere is like +3 defense, which is not as useful. And only when you're standing next to somebody else. Yeah, being able to transform does help though. So if you need a tank, go with Ike or go with Tiki. And yeah, I think she does a good job at it actually. What else does she have? Oh yeah, the plus life. Ooh, I liked that. So Tiki can give any unit an extra life, kind of like Gila in Triangle Strategy, and we never got that in Tactics Ogre. We never had that option. Heck, it sucks. Oh yeah, because everyone has extra lives in Tactics Ogre. But I was playing no incapacitation, so it doesn't matter. Alright, anyways, point being that, yeah, Tiki's pretty good. Alright, oh, I don't know what to do about the 3 houses. They were good, but were they that good? They were pretty good. They're good, but like in a less busted way. I think maybe top of S+ tier. Except for Dimitri, who goes down to D for Dimitri tier. And Claude. So, yay. Okay, I know I'm not doing this just because I don't like Dimitri. There's an actual tactical reason for this. So I put Edelgard, for most of it, I put Edelgard on Alir. And then when I got a Mage Cannoneer, I threw Edelgard on them. This is a good move because you get ranged fire. And ranged poison, which is so fun. I love it. The fire is Edelgard's, the poison is Claude's, and Dimitri can shield you, which is not useful on a Mage Cannoneer, so I didn't do anything with it. Hector is surprisingly also in D tier. Yeah, I don't think I used Hector for anything, really. What's his skills? He has Quicker Post, which I usually like a lot, but no one in this game had enough defense to use it. That's the problem. I think Hector would be a little bit better if I were using defense tanks, but because it was Maddening and none of my defense tanks actually had enough defense to stand up to the enemy anyways, it didn't matter. I could see Hector on Louis being an incredibly good build. I just didn't have the ability to use it because, yeah, he would die anyways. Tiki also increases your growth. Yes, I talked about that with Star Sphere. That's the extra growth thing. Super useful. I loved it. I used it on 3 characters, I think. Alchrist, Anna, and... oh wait, and also Alir. And then also Zelkov, I think. I used it on characters whose names start with A or Z. That's what I did, isn't it? It's pretty funny. Alright, Soren. Soren, always lost in your books. I hate to not put him at the top of S+, but yeah, he goes like here. His thing would be possible without him. So as I said, you could do the same thing with like, with Irika. It's just that he's better, because he gives you a, hold on. He gives you like a plus something. No, hold on. I think wind stops your movement. Like if you use Soren, then you use a magic attack on somebody. Their movement decreases by 2 or something, and then like def -3, and like maybe like res minus some other amount or something if you use a different thing. And then hit -20% for using thunder or something like that. Yeah. And then he also has Cataclysm, which is nice. If you park him next to Ike, your Cataclysm will go over 9 spaces. And I think we got like a really incredible, like one of those just amazing hits that you like murder multiple people on the field with. It was so fun. You have Hector on Marin. She's definitely able to tank the whole flank alone in Maddening. With like a Void. Cause there's no way. Marin? You have enough defense on Marin? Yeah, I've heard about Soren on Veil. Yeah. Why is Soren good on Veil? I actually have no idea. I have no idea. I never figured it out. Because I never used Veil much. I probably should use Veil more. So I can figure that out. Yeah, also, yeah, feel free to explain how you, feel free to explain your Hector Marin thing. What? Marin does not have defense, right? I'm gonna check this in game here. We have the game open right here, so I can take a look. Yeah, Okay, we got Marth. Were there other skills of Hector that I missed? There probably were, because I didn't use Hector at all. I'll go back to Hector at some point. He's a good guy. Oh, hey, I didn't even know Alir shows up here. I didn't check the... Oh, look at that. Brilliant. I mean, I think I did know it, but I just forgot. Okay, what else? We have, like, Storm's Eye. Foe cannot follow up immunity to break. Okay. Axe proficiency. Def plus. Yeah, fine. Piercing glare, maybe? No. Nope. Oh, yeah, the prevent foes from entering the 4 spaces diagonally adjacent to the unit for 1 turn. I remember that. Yeah, I couldn't see that being useful either. Quicker post, maybe? But then again, Marin's has enough speed, right? She's gonna be doubling anyways. Marin actually has very good defense? I did not know that. Okay, so apparently it's not Hector that I wasn't using enough, it was Marin that I didn't use enough. Really? Okay, wow, I did not know that at all. I benched Marin immediately, so I have no idea. I thought she was, I mean, just based on her looks, I thought she was like low def, low res, okay-ish attack, really good speed or something, but apparently she has good defense. Okay, well, nice, good to know. Hector is a swell fella indeed, heck yeah. Yeah, I've heard about the Soren Veil combo, but I just, yeah, I never used it, never figured it out. I'll probably go back to it at some point just so I can figure it out. Okay, Camilla, very good on a dancer, very good to make a unit flyer, +2 movement is great, you know, like inbuilt boots. But is she game breaking? No. And I think her, her like area effects are worse than Corrin's, so that kind of sucked. Crom and Robin, I really like the rally spectrum skill that they have. It's the same skill that Robin gets in game, or it's pretty similar to the skill that Robin gets in game, so it's nice that they have it. Other than that, I don't think Crom and Robin had anything too useful. Gig 11 Sword was pretty bad. I don't think I ever managed to use Gig 11 Sword in any way that helped anyone. And then last but not least, Veronica. Top of the XS+, I think. Veronica's just a great unit. She has a lot of stuff working together that, like, all kind of goes for her. She's got Reprisal, she's got Level Boost. We talked about this earlier, I think, when I was talking about Anna, because I put her on that. And then she has SP gain, and yeah, she has Contracts, so she can make other characters go again, as long as they're not moving. And she also has Summon. You know what, now that I'm saying it all out loud, like, that's a lot of good skills. That's a lot of hecking good skills. Oh, man. One thing I don't like about this game is how none of the Hoshido Royal members are. Yeah, okay, so, oh man, you should have seen, when the DLC was announced, first of all, I was freaking out because Crom and Robin and also Soren, okay? Like, those are units I really like, so I love to see them in-game. And then they announced Camilla, and I'm like, oh, Camilla, okay. Like, are we also getting, like, Hinoka or something? That's weird. Like, 2 emblems from Birthright and Revelation, or like 1 from Birthright, 1 from Conquest? Okay, fine. And then it's just like, no, it's just Camilla. And I'm like, what? Why not Azura? What the hell? I'm so confused. But yeah, I found that hilarious. Camilla is also, like, quite easily my least favorite of the royals, so, oh well. I too was hoping for Hinoka. I will admit, actually, that I have quite a big Conquest bonus. Like, I like Conquest more than I like Birthright. I like all of the Conquest royals more than I like the Birthright royals. But Camilla, yeah, definitely bottom of the list for me. I don't know, just something about her. I think I know what it is about her. 2 big things about her that I don't particularly like the emphasis of. Hey. But there's my emblem ranking, there you go. Emblem ranking, let's heckin' get that saved. And now it is time. I don't know if there's a tier list for this because I wasn't able to find one, so let's just look it up right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this, there we go. I'm gonna put the tier maker on real quick. Soren skill lets magic casters recover HP, yes. On dragon type, the crit rate doubles. What? Wait, that's the bonus for using, holy shit. Actually though? Ooh, okay, I'm looking this up. No, excuse me. The bonus is double crit, excuse me? Veil? So that explains it? What the hell? Oh my gosh. Wait, that's insane. What the hell? Huh? Okay then, yeah. No, I see that, yeah. I'm sad now that I never tried putting Soren on a dragon. That's such a great build. Frick! No way. What's the Cataclysm type bonus? Wait, come back. Oh, sets terrain on fire. That's actually slightly less good. Okay, but anyways, yeah, that's fun. Damn. My friend was ecstatic about, oh, Camilla getting in. Yeah, okay, so I'll tell you why Camilla got in, by the way. She's way more popular than literally any other unit from the entire game. yeah, it just like Fate's most popular character is Camilla. I think she has like 8 alts in FEH. She won year 2's CYL, which is pretty good, you know, because Lynn and Lucina won the first 2. Okay, going back to tier maker. Come on, tier maker, and then engage skills. I wonder if there's a engage skills ranking. Engage skills. Okay. This one's no DLC though. I don't want that. Okay, inheritable skills plus DLC. There we go. There we go. All right. Here's the list. Top tier. Okay, wonderful. Also Strider. Cool name. Love that. Welcome to the infantry. Wish we could have gotten enough DLC for 1 bracelet for each ring. Bold of you to assume that bold of you to assume that IS cares about us that much. It's freaking incorrect, isn't it? They're not gonna do that. I wish. All right. Let's get to the. Oh, I didn't change the. I was so busy. I didn't change the title. Give me a second. Let's go ahead and change the title. We're not talking about emblems anymore. We are talking about skills. Skills. Okay. So yeah, once again, super subjective. I feel like I preface every section by saying this, but this is all very, very subjective. I was playing this blind. I didn't necessarily plan for certain things or whatever. Okay, let's go. So I'm not gonna rate all of these. It's gonna take me forever. There's a lot of skills in here. Okay, hold on. And I'm also just gonna remove a few of these. Delete row. We don't have more than this. D. Yeah. I'm just gonna put the skills that I like at the top. This is how I do this usually when we come to things like skills, for which there are many. Look at this. I don't even think I remember what all these are. So feel free to call out any skills if you like them when you see them. So, okay, here we go. This is Alacrity, I'm pretty sure. Top tier skill. Is this Vantage? I don't know. Top tier skill. I'm pretty sure it is. Quick Riposte, I'm surprisingly saddened by. I feel like Quick Riposte would have been very good in any other game, just not enough defense for me to use it. Apparently Marin has enough defense, LWC says. So I guess try it out on Marin, maybe Louis if I had built him up more. I didn't really put too many skills in, I didn't put too much effort into Louis. I think I could have done better with Louis if I'd wanted to, but I didn't. I just benched him. Okay, Canter Plus, the best skill in the game, except for one. Holdout plus plus plus. The skill is so broken it shouldn't exist. So broken it shouldn't exist. And then awesome skill. Basically all right. And then this one is, the year is 2023. Chris is forgotten. No, Chris, my guy. I actually like Chris. I'm one of the few people out there. Don't use, and then it's just gonna be like a sad emote. There we go. All right, yeah. So broken it shouldn't exist belongs to Holdout. Okay, Vantage is like a pretty. Where's Wrath? Vantage and Wrath go together. They go hand in hand. They are longtime favorites of the. Oh wait. Oh, Assign Decoy. So broken it shouldn't exist. Assign Decoy makes so many things so much easier. I loved it. It was awesome. Where's Wrath? Oh, is this Wrath? Okay, this is Wrath. Wrath and Vantage always go together. You want to attack first and you want to crit kill. Draconic Hex, awesome skill. I really think that being able to debuff enemies in any capacity is just always useful. Is this... What is this? Is this adaptability or something? Freaking, I don't know. What else is good here? Oh, level boost. Good skill. Great skill. And then this is like specifically don't like. Only don't like. Like, this is just skills that I think are bad. Oh, wait. Where's the, I think this is the one. Is this Corrin's healing skill? Hold on. I'm looking at it in game. I gotta find it in the game right now. Give me a second. Reference. Ring reference. Because I want to call out that skill for being the worst skill in the game. Where is it? Corrin? I forgot about that. Corrin has all these skills that I love, and then it has one skill I hate. No, it's quality time. It looks different. What is this? I don't know what this is. This is quality time. I hate quality time. Why? Why does it exist? After unit acts or waits, restores here. Wait, shit. Come back. Come back. Here. After unit acts or waits, restores 5 HP to adjacent allies and slightly increases support with them. Bruh. Why? I don't want to restore 5 HP to adjacent allies. Get out of here. I'm such a head. Freaking hate this. No, I don't like it. I had my Panette and my Anna, and every time I would forget, I would like move with Corrin, and I would freaking forget. and then my units would freaking get their HP back, and then I wouldn't be doing as much damage. It sucks. I hated it. Aw, man. Are you kidding? Which one is that for, LWC? Let's hear it. Feel free to, this is like, as I said, completely subjective, so not gonna be like the same between any person. Let's go back to the tier list. Here we go. All right. What other skills are there that I personally wanted to call out? Lunar Brace, I think, is a good one. I really like that. I don't think we would have had as good a time on the Xenologue boss without that. Anything else here? Is this the thing that, like, what's the one that Ike has that reduces damage? Ike reduce damage. Is it resolve? Yeah. When HP is 75% or less, grants def res +5. That was a pretty good skill. Good skill. Okay, yeah. I don't know the rest of these. Oh, Reprisal. Oh, how could I forget Reprisal? Reprisal definitely deserves a shout out. It's a freaking amazing skill. Being able to attack at multiple is just insane. What is this? I feel like I should know this. Dual Assist. Oh yeah, a good one. If units able to chain attack, then they just do so from anywhere. Yeah, if you use low HP build a lot, then I can see why you don't like. I know! And I had it on 2 units. And the worst thing is that I would often retreat those units to behind where Corrin was standing, right? So like I needed them to stand next to Corrin, and then Corrin would move forward and like place fire or something, or place fog to stop the enemy from coming back at me. And then like, and then Anna would gain 5 XP, and I'm like, no! Or 5 HP, and I was like, no, god damn it, I hated it. So absolutely the worst skill in the game. I think this is the same thing, but on Xenologue. Hey, Fire Emblem level up, let's go. Thank you, Kohi. What other skills did I want to call out specifically? I'm just going through. Oh, Torrential Roar. Is that a skill? Okay, it's not an inheritable skill. That's right. Yeah. Anything else? I think that's it. Divine Blessing is not an inheritable skill. Cataclysm, Assign Decoy we talked about. Oh, Flare, where's that? That is loud. I'm sorry, everyone. It's okay. It's kind of my fault. The volume balance not being right. Definitely. Oh, this is Wrath. What's this? Huh? What? This is definitely Wrath. So what is that other skill? Well, now I am curious. What is it? Oh, I never actually got the chance to use Assembly Gambit. I'm kind of sad about that. I wanted to use that. Yeah, if anyone knows what that skill is that I have my cursor on, let me know, because I'm scrolling through the list right now to look for it. Oh, Momentum! Ooh, I forgot about that. Here. Yeah, there we go. Is that something that, like... Is that something Leaf has? No? It's not something Leaf has. Yeah, who the frick has that skill? What is it? What? Maybe it's not like an emblem skill. Maybe it's a person skill. No, it's an inheritable skills. Okay, that's Wrath. Yeah, as I expected. What? Oh, Healing Light. Wait, is that the one that I... No, okay, this is unit recovers self. Never mind. That is a good skill. It's not a bad skill. There's a skill that Seedall starts with that does the same thing that Quality Time does, and I hated it too. Oh, Speed Taker. How could I forget Speed Taker? Speed Taker, absolutely amazing skill. Each time you kill someone, you pick up, you take up speed. You kill them and you take their speed and you run. Which is just great. I'm putting Wrath back here. I actually don't remember what this is, so I'm moving it out. Okay, yep. I think that's all the skills I wanted to call out. These are some good ones. There are definitely other good skills in there. I don't think this is the end of it, but yeah, the ones at the top are the ones that I appreciated the most. I guess we can't rate things like Divine Blessing and all that, like the non-inheritable ones, huh? That's fair. Yeah, Quick Riposte. Kind of sucks that Quick Riposte wasn't as good. Okay, yeah, that's it for that. So skills. My rating is... Oh, I didn't have the tier list up. Here we go. My rating is this... What? Hey, there we go. Yeah, there's a few skills here that are just way too broken. But, what can I say? I appreciated them all nonetheless. Imagine someone bans the word skill. Well, it would be the wrong time to do it right now because I'm going to be switching to the next topic, which is, I believe... Oh, hold on. I'm just going to put this, It didn't work. Come on, really? There we go. Okay, maps. No, wait, chapters? Chapters. Where'd it go? Chapters. Yeah, okay. So now it's time to talk about the best part of the game, which is the maps. Maps were designed... Okay, maybe not the best part. I think the emblems were specifically the best part. But the maps in this game were designed really well. And I've got some videos here to kind of like show you what I'm talking about in some of these cases at least. So Chapter 1, yeah, there's nothing too much to speak about in some of these, so I'm just going to put them down at the bottom. Chapter 1, you show up, you fight some people. Prologue I actually like a lot, because the way that the prologue is structured is the same way as in Awakening, where you start by fighting out the final boss. And in this case, it's like a memory of the previous time you fought the final boss. It's a bit of an intro tutorial type of scene, but it also teaches you what you're supposed to be doing in the future, and it shows you what you're supposed to be doing in the future. So I love that. Chapter 2, Lumera shows up. Chapter 3, I think there's like a battle to kill. No, I think Lumera gets killed. I'm not sure. Chapter 4, I actually really liked. This is here, so let's just go right into chapter 4. It's the battle that looks like this. Okay. Here we go. Bans the word chapter. Don't do this to me. I'm watching you. I love that. Here we go. And here. Okay, should be able to see the chapter right now. Apparently we're just going to see Louis instead. That's fine. But yeah, chapter 4 was a good one. Because if you look at the map here, you'll notice there's like a bridge. I did not know. So the bridge to the south, you see that broken one? Very clearly broken, isn't it? I didn't notice it was broken. So I was rushing to save Louis and Chloe from the enemy, and I freaking had no idea you had to go all the way around. And also worse, you're supposed to be using Sigurd in this one. I did not know you could equip Sigurd, so I was not using Sigurd either. Yeah, that made it a lot harder. It was a good time though. A lot of fun. A lot of fun, but eh. Okay, chapter 5, I don't remember this. I don't remember chapter 5 at all. So, chapters I don't remember, just going straight here. Chapter 5, you like get out of the castle. Chapter 6 is the one where you meet Yunaka with all the fog and stuff, right? I think. Isn't that what it is? Yeah. Oh, frick the fog. I am not a fan of fog chapters. I hate them. All the way down to C tier. Chapter 7, is that the one where you're attacking Brody? Oh, it's the bridge, isn't it? Chapter 7 is the bridge with, yeah, it's Hortensia on the bridge. Oh, bridge battles. Okay, here. This one is gonna be like, maps that cause me pain. And this is just boring. Maps that caused me pain in like a bad way. Bad way. Because I didn't like them. B is like, default okay maps. And then A is like, appreciated. And then S is like, special. Alright. But yeah, so the bridge map was like alright. It was the sort of map that I can see being good in many circumstances, but in this case, I didn't really feel it. Chapter 5 is the one where you break into a castle and fight the dude that feels like a Tellius boss. I don't remember like any of that. What? I just straight up blanked it from my mind. This is the bridge chapter, by the way. Yeah, it's a bridge. I will say this has a 1-up on the Radiant Dawn bridge because at least there aren't like stupid ass pitfalls everywhere. When you fight the bridge chapter in Radiant Dawn, any space you land on can sink your unit and they just get stuck there and it sucks. So I like that. I like the fact that you didn't have to freaking use the bridge. Alright, back to the tier list. Did it have a bridge troll? Yeah, it did. Her name was Hortensia. Okay, chapter 7 I think is the one where you fight Ivy, right? I'm pretty sure. It was like a default map. Actually, did I like that map beyond anything else? I don't think so. Here, let's swap back. Dang. I'm being mean, aren't I? Listen. It isn't worth. Here's chapter 8. Did we start chapter 8 at any point? No? I just didn't fight. Is this chapter 8? Oh, this is Veronica. Oh shit, hold on. Is this chapter 8? Is this chapter 8? Okay, this is chapter 8. Yeah, okay, this is the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Wait, is it? Bruh. It's just not loading, that's what it is. I don't remember this one. Oh, it's Brody. Okay, so it is Brodia Castle. I do remember this one. I liked this one, actually. This is going straight up. Yeah. Okay, Brodia Castle was a good map because you start off, it's like a defense map, but you don't actually have to defend because what you can do instead is, so you'll see me doing it right here, is I lured Ivy in, and then here she is, and she's gonna attack probably. Here, actually, let me just increase the speed too. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. Give me a second. So she's gonna attack normally, and then you counter with any unit who can survive one of Hortensia's, or sorry, not Hortensia, one of Ivy's attacks, and then bam, you kill her on the next turn. She's dead. Easy. It's the one where Llama Man shows up, I think. Yeah, I think you get to use Diamant and Amber for the first time. Yeah, and then you'll watch me straight up kill her. So it was a very short map, but I appreciated the structure of it. So there you go. Chapter 8. Brodia Castle. Whoops. That's the one I meant to put here. Chapter 7 is the bridge. I appreciated the bridge, but I appreciated it less. Actually, no, it did cause me pain. Bridge caused me pain. Frick the bridge. Okay, next. Chapter... Wait, what? Why is chapter 9 over here? Chapter 9 got shafted. Alright, what's chapter 9? Huh? Was there like a... What happens in chapter 9 here? Oh, you are rushing towards Illusia Castle, and there's like ice and shit. There was nothing special about this map. Okay, default. Straight default. Okay, 10. This was the good one, I think. 10 is the one where you actually start attacking Illusia Castle. You lose all the rings. Do you lose them immediately? I think you lose them after chapter 10, right? So you fight chapter 10 with the rings, and then you lose them. And then chapter 11 is one of the best maps. So chapter 10 goes near the top of Appreciated. 11 I really liked. So you'll notice, like here we're fighting through the castle, right? We get to the top of the castle, and then all your rings, all your base art belong to me. So you go to this like field here, and you're just running. You're running for your life, because if you get caught, you're gonna get murdered by all of the 4 hounds, and they're wielding the emblem rings that got stolen from you 5 seconds ago. Like one of them can teleport because Celica, the other one can move 13 spaces because Sigurd. The Marth guy just stacks. It's kind of insane. Yeah, we did still have the DLC rings. I actually did not have... which ones did I have? I had 3 DLC rings, I think, at this point. I don't remember. So what I did, by the way, is I did each of the DLC paralogs whenever I got their main emblem. So, like, I didn't get Soren without Ike, I didn't get Camilla without Corin, so on and so forth. So I had Tiki. I did not have Edelgard purely because Edelgard was on Alir for me. So it gets auto-replaced by Lucina, and it's just really funny. That was a good time. Halfway through, it gets auto-replaced, and I'm like, this is a downgrade. This is a downgrade, give me back. But yeah, I had some of the DLC emblems, and that definitely makes it a lot easier. I can see how this would be super, super difficult if you didn't have any emblems. I'm tempted to play this again. Now that I have a better grasp of the game, I'm tempted to play this again with just, you know, no DLC. But it was fun. It was fun with the DLC as well. I think the DLC made a blind Maddening run a lot more manageable, especially because I was trying to defeat every map first try, right? I can't retry things. But yeah, this was great. I could deal with bad luck a lot easier. Okay, where's my tier list at? There we go. There's our list so far. Chapter 12 is apparently the first Solm map. There was nothing special about that, except it looked cool. So I'm gonna put it above Fearnay. I like. It was good. Sad story that happened to you. Another streamer with Chapter 8. They got Ivy's first HP bar, but player phase ended. Then an enemy unit killed Boucheron, and then Ivy attacked Alchrist and oh no! Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, you can have an auto-force kill, because the game does not let you rewind if you... That sucks. To be fair, at least for me, the thing that you saw there was on turn, like, 1, so it would not have taken much time to redo the level. I also planned it out so that I was killing him to begin with, you know? Solm had good music, I agree. Is this, like, nighttime Solm? Oh, this is the one where you're, like, smashing the buildings and running away in the dark. Okay, yeah, it didn't cause me pain or anything, it was just default. Wait, what is this? The hell is 14? Bruh. Excuse me? I don't remember this shit. Solm had good music. It also had a good aesthetic. I liked the castle. It was fun. I said castle, didn't I? I liked the castle. It was fun fighting through it. I thought that was interesting. Is that 13? Yeah. 14? No, 14. 14. Oh, 14 is 14 is Solm Palace, bruh. What is... What? Oh. What's 12 then? Oh, 12 is the open field. Oh. Oh, I hated this. I hated Chapter 12. Chapter 12 caused me pain. Hold on. So this is Solm Palace, by the way. That's Chapter 14. It was default, but it was pretty. Chapter 12 caused me insane amounts of pain. Here, take a look at this. Because I thought in my hubris that it would be easy, and it wasn't. Okay, whereas this is Lynn. Okay, and I think we started Chapter 12 maybe like... Oh, did we do it first? Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay, so it wasn't that long of a chapter. And it's supposed to be super easy, too. But, like... I got reckless. I was like, oh, what an easy, yeah, I was like, what an easy chapter. So I spread out my, my people all across the map just casually. Like, you can see me just going to different places. None of my units can reach each other. And then, bam, reinforcements. And I'm like, oh, I should have seen that coming. I really should have seen that coming, so I suffered for it. Obligatory desert map. Shit, you're right. You are 100% correct. But yeah, that sucked and I hated it. All right, chapter 15. The hell was going on there? I don't freaking remember. What is this? Chapter 15. Oh, it's the map indoors with Seedall. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, the one with all the, like, and you get Corin for the first time. Here, I'm playing it right now on the screen. Give me a second. Bam. Yeah, it's this map. So, I don't know. I don't know how to rate this one. I don't think it caused me pain. I think it was just unremarkable, but the idea was good. Like, I liked the concept. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put it in appreciated. I appreciated it. I straight up appreciated the way that this was structured. I think it was the sort of map where I was like, oh, interesting. I think the one strategic issue with this is that they give you Corrin, but they give you Corrin on a freaking dancer. Why are they giving you Corrin on a dancer? You should be using the dancer's turn to dance. In any Fire Emblem game, usually when you get the dancer, you're taught to use them to freaking dance immediately. But in this game, it's like, use your dancer to remove the miasma. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but is that their purpose? No, it's not. So, a little bit disappointed about that. But it was still a good map, yeah. It deserves its spot over here at the, kind of like near the middle of appreciated, maybe. I'll put it here for like one staggering flaw, but other than that, it was fun. Okay, chapter 16, I think we're going back out, and then 17 is the boats chapter, right? Both of those were pretty decent. I don't know if I have anything special to say about them. Like, they just existed. Wait, chapter 16 is... this apparently here. Let's get that on. Yeah, I don't know. It's like alright here. Looks like this. What is this? I literally do not remember fighting this. What was even going on in this map? I straight up don't remember this. Like, I'm looking at this and I played this. Like, this is my video. But I do not remember it. Oh my gosh. Ooh, voice accent change redeemed. Oh, that's fun. Alright, let's go, what voice are we going with today? Let's go high pitch. So, I never really liked this map, to be honest. It's not that I don't like it, it's more that I just, I never really figured out how to play it, I guess. I don't remember it. I really don't. It's kind of strange that I don't either. But, if I had to rank it on the tier list, I would probably put it, like, maybe at about, like, boring, maybe? Yeah. I don't think it has any other problem but to be boring. It's a little sad, isn't it? Because it was such a cool-looking map. I really like deserts. If we had, like, pirates or something, I might have liked it more. Wait, was the next map about pirates? I think the next map might have been about pirates. That would be so cool. Hold on, let me look it up. Was it pirates? Oh man, I spent 2 whole maps preparing for the pirate map. That's really funny. Okay, there. Oh wait, no, this is just arson. Oh, okay. I like arson too. There you go. there's your voice redeem for you. And with the voice redeem comes arson, because apparently that is what chapter 17 was. What is this? I don't remember this. Oh, I do remember this. Oh, it's the one where you fight all of the 4 hounds. The one where you fight, yeah. Okay, so this was the opposite of chapter 12 for me. So I know a lot of you are expecting me to put this straight up. Why is there a picture of a ship on this? Bruh. Oh, was chapter 18 the boat battle? Yeah, chapter 18 was the boat battle. Okay. I think I have to put it like middle of appreciated. Because I liked it, but I didn't find it particularly, like... I mean, you fight all the hounds, that's it. Like, fighting every boss is not a strange gimmick or anything, and I like gimmicks. I'm a fan of gimmicks, I'll be honest. I like cool gimmicks, what can I say? Arson is always fun. Yeah, I mean, I like to cause the arson, but they cause the arson. Then it's like, what's the point then? This is Port Flora, isn't it? I think that's where we are right now, in Port Flora. Yeah, there was some, enemies. You'll see me, this is the thing. Anna kept on getting missed. She was supposed to take damage there, so I could set up my reprisal counter. But nope. Enemies keep missing Anna. What the hell? Anna, get hit. I want you to take damage. She's like 11, but I'm still wanting her to take damage. It's fine. Okay, yeah, so I'm putting chapter 17, like somewhere in appreciated probably, but not any higher than that. What was 18? Was 18 the boat battle? Yeah. Yeah, I like boat battles. I am a little bit biased. I am a smidge biased, I will say, just a tad bit. But yeah, so the boat battle looks like this. You're on a boat. You're on a boat, there's 2 other boats, and you gotta freaking, like, kill people on them and shit. And there's also treasure, and I was like, yeah, treasure. I love boat battles, so I'm immediately putting the boat battle up in, like, I'll put it in top of appreciated. Yeah. I like chapter 10 a lot, actually. I'm moving chapter 10 up to special, because the way that it works with, like, you're fighting your way up to Illusia Castle, and you're like, Marth was wrong, we can do this. I like that, and that was cool. Also the way that they've structured it, I think, like, Hortensia's in the front, and you have to kind of, like, shoot her down, and then Morian shows up in the back, and then Hyacinth is all the way further. Good little map, with the way that you fight units in, like, kind of a progression, and building up to the top unit. I like that, that was cool. Okay, yeah, that's the thing about, like, chapter 17, the one in Port Flora, where you fight all the hounds. Isn't one of them just, like, chilling on the side? Like, why are they not fighting together? I don't know. That would have been cool. It would have been a lot harder, too, but it would have been cool. Okay, what's 19? 19... So at this point, at chapter 18, I stopped and we did the entire Xenologue, I think. No. Oh, no, apparently I did the Xenologue in chapter 16. Oh shit, never mind. Okay, so after chapter 15, I stopped and I did the Xenologue. So let's move to the Xenologue real quick. Xenologue 1 looks like this. And I liked it. Chuckles evilly. I think all of these Xenologue maps, here, there we go. This is Xenologue 1. All the Xenologue maps are gonna rank pretty high on this list, to be honest. I really, really liked how all of them worked. Xenologue 1 has you in this this crumbling field, I guess, crumbling whatever building. And you've got 5 units, 3 of which are pre-guaranteed. So you can pick 2 more people to bring with you into the battle. And I picked Louis and who else? I don't know. Let's find out. Pendreo, maybe? Was it a healer? Who did I bring? Bruh, I guess I don't know. I have no idea. We'll find out when we come to it. But yeah, Louis was the MVP there for sure. Because Louis can actually take attacks from these corrupted wolves without taking any damage. It's the only way you can survive, and it's so worth it. So, tier list. Xenologue 1, good map. I really appreciated it. I thought it was like straight up just having fun. Maybe not as good as like the entire freaking chapter 10 and 11, but good stuff. Xenologue 2 was more forgettable, I believe. I'm not sure exactly what that was. Gonna look away because you haven't done the DLC Xenologue yet. Really? Wow, I recommend. It's so good. It's so freaking good. I think a lot of people did not like the Xenologue. I think a lot of people had this opinion that the Xenologue was like either too unfair or too difficult. Oh, okay, I remember it now. Yeah, it's this. Yeah, nothing special about this one. I think what I did is I trapped like Alfred and Saline in a little corner, and then I just kind of like, when they're going through a corridor, it's easy enough to trap people. So yeah, I'm gonna put this. Xenologue 2, maybe like it's default, but it's like top of default. It's pretty good. Yeah. No, did I appreciate? No, it's default. Okay, that's about it. Chapter 3 of the Xenologue. Ooh, I liked chapter 3. I remember chapter 3 because it's the only map I had to try twice. So you'll see here. There we go. What I did the first time is I moved forward too fast. And when you move forward fast enough in Xenologue 3, flyers swarm you from every freaking direction and there's no way out of it. It's absolutely insane. I loved it. It was so good. There's also mage cannoneers on all of these little platforms here, so I think you can see my cursor, right? This one had a mage cannoneer, this one has one still, and I left him alive for reasons that I'll get to. There's 2 more platforms down south over here in the corner, and they all take pot shots at you every 5 seconds. And they're actually also placed next to archers. So you're thinking, you know, easy. If you see a mage cannoneer, just send a flyer to take care of them. But nope, the archers will take you out first. So it takes an actual amount of skill to get over there, kill the archers, and then I left one of the mage cannoneers alive so I could recharge my emblems by getting missed by one of the mage cannoneer sets, and that was really fun. And then I used the Soren tanking strats that I've been talking about this whole time to kill off all the waves of flyers, and then you finally approach close enough that you can kill fake Alchrist, and oh gosh, it gets so much more fun. So yeah, just a really freaking wonderful map. Very difficult, but in a good way. I liked it. I think a lot of people who played the Xenologue stopped right about here. I think like I know a bunch of people who started the Xenologue, got to like 3, and then went like, I'm gonna quit here. But it wasn't the biggest point where people quit. It was the first point where people quit, I think. But yeah, so Xenologue 3, it's a good one. It's a good one. Definitely above chapter 1, going all the way up here, I think. And I'm moving Fel 1 down to like appreciated. I'm putting it behind Port Flora, maybe ahead of the prologue. Okay, there we go. Now for chapter 4 of the Xenologue, I think I did all of them in a rush. Yeah, I did all of them up till Xenologue 6, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. But I did X4. What is X4? I do not remember. Oh yeah. Okay, so this map has the fun distinction. I think as a normal freaking map, I wouldn't really give it many props. But this is such a cool map because it combines the chapter 6 of Fire Emblem Fates with part 3 endgame of Radiant Dawn in an absolutely stellar way, where the 2 emblems you meet are Camilla and Soren, and Camilla is from Fates, Soren is from Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. So I love the way that this map is themed. If you've played 3 Houses, you might recognize this as also similar to Gronderfield, which is a more new rendition of both of those things. But the kind of point of those maps is that there's 2 forces fighting, and you're either part of one of those forces or part of the other, and like people are just dying everywhere. That's the fun part. I liked it. It was so good. Gronderfield Redux, but in the snow, like part 3 endgame. So for the way that the map was structured, and the way that it tied into the 2 emblems that you're being introduced to here, I have to give it insane credits. It was also a fun map. Yeah, I like maps in which you usually like fight the enemy directly. But I mean, it was a good one. It was a good one. The way that the map worked was good. So yeah, just straight up, I love the meaning of the map more than anything else. So I'm putting that up. In fact, I think they did a pretty good job with that in the Xenologue in general. So I'm kind of down. Yeah, Part 3 Endgame is so good in Radiant Dawn. Ugh, Radiant Dawn is amazing. If I ever do like a Fire Emblem games ranking, like just ranking all the games, I'll talk about what I think is the objectively best Fire Emblem game, but not now. Alright, so this is 4. Okay, yeah, and then let me just, okay. And then we're on 5 now, right? What's 5? Oh, I remember 5. Oh, Xenologue 5. Xenologue 5 took me so freaking... okay, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. That's the thing. Map 5 is, I think, the second point where people just stop. So you'll see part 5 showing up right here. Okay, so let me just show you what's going on. Okay, so here, wait, can you see my cursor? No, okay, here, there, look at this. Oh wait, no, it's out of screen. Okay, here, I'm pausing. No, Chloe, yes, okay, perfect. Okay, so this, see that dot there? That is Alear. And she has no weapons, no emblem, trapped. You cannot remove the barriers. So she's just stuck there. And every 3 turns, a giant dragon that takes up like 4 squares shows up right here and starts taking pot shots at Alear with miasma. And miasma, by the way, gives you minus like 10 to like defense and resistance or some shit. So yeah. Yes, the useless Alear map. Oh, and then you might think, oh, that's pretty bad, isn't it? So you gotta like rescue Alear, right? Maybe just like go over here or something. Nope, you have to go down, and then like my cursor's going off screen, and then come all the way back around. There's stuff over here, and then you like get back in here, and that's the way to rescue Alear. But not only must you do that, you also must, you see this unit here? This is Nell. And she can have an emblem and weapons, but that's all you get to give her because she is stuck there soloing Rafal. I guess Nil is his name in this part of the game. But yeah, and so you have to sit there freaking trying to keep Nell alive, trying to keep Alear alive as your entire army battles through. So I took off like a little bit of this area and then went straight down here. The goal is to conquer this little bottom section here as fast as you can. Let's play this level of load so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's just an insanely fun map. The way that I ended up doing it, I think involved, was it Ike? Did I put Ike on Nell? I got Nell to kill Rafal. I didn't actually make my way all the way down. I used Nell to kill Rafal, and then wait, how did I do that? So it's gonna be near the end over here, somewhere. No? Maybe not. It's gotta be here somewhere, doesn't it? Oh, wait, hold on. Am I on the wrong? Yeah. I think my stream ended in the middle of this for some reason, so I had to restart. Or not restart stream or anything, but just like, make a new VOD. Okay, so here... Was it Corin? What? I guess we'll find out when we get to the end. No? Right here. Ah, shit. Go back. Okay, right here. Oh, it was Tiki. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I used to... Oh, and this is the dragon. Yeah, you can see exactly what I was talking about. It makes for such a fun map. I love it. Is it even possible to bring a rescue staff here? No. No rescues, no warps, nothing. You just have to have fun and survive. But yeah, so this is what I did. I used Tiki to very carefully keep Rafal slowly losing health. Rafal will also summon a healer, by the way, to like regain his health every now and then. So you have to kind of like kill Rafal and take off one of his like HP bars before the healer shows up again. I used Hortensia's damage range to, or not damage, staff range to be able to heal Nell in the top corner there. And then I held the bottom corridor against the random mage cannoneer bullshit that shows up at the bottom. It takes a lot of effort, but it was really fun. Man, it was so fun. Definitely worth. So X5 going like straight to the top of special. I think that was an even more fun map than chapter 11. And oh gosh, so now I think I did X6 for the first time. And the first time I tried Xenologue chapter 6, I immediately realized, I'm like, okay, I'm not at the level where I can currently beat this. Ah, man. So I immediately backed out. I think I played, I actually got near the top. I got near the top on my first try with no skills on anyone because I didn't have any skills. And then I backed the frick away. I was like, all right, we'll come back to this when we have a few more emblems. Because this was before I got any of the other emblems back, so I was kind of missing a good number of them. So now back to, so I did 16, I did 17, I did 18, and then I did a bunch of the paralogs, and then I did, okay, 18, yeah, we did that, 19, so 19, wait, no, I did Xenologue 6 before that. Okay, so then, I guess it is Xenologue 6. Okay, never mind. Where's Xenologue 6? Here we are. Xenologue 6. Okay, so this is the final bit. But let's just show you the map. Behold. The absolute might. Oh, this isn't even the beginning of it. This is like the end of it. You start at the bottom of this giant field you can see here, and you have to slowly work your way up as Rafal continually teleports to different segments of the map. And each time he teleports, he summons like a new wave of people who will attack in different ways, and also destroys all the ground that you were on previously. So it's up to you to keep rushing the enemy faster than Rafal can run away, and then finally make your way to the top. Once he gets to the top, he like is able to be damaged better, I guess. He can still be damaged at the bottom, but I think he takes 50 less damage at all times or something like that. So yeah, good times. Quite the fun map. I ended up finishing it off with the Alir moving 7 times in a row thing, so I think you can just, like, this is, you can see that happening. But yeah, it was great. It was a good time. It was definitely worth it. So I think one of the most fun maps I've played across any Fire Emblem game immediately goes straight to the top of my list. And the whole screen is purple because I am showing the damage range the entire time, and it was, like, filled. It was just filled the entire freaking time. Very worth. Okay, so that's all for the Xenologue, and let's move back to the main game. That's a 19, right? Yeah. Okay, so I did 19. Oh, this is the poison map. Oh. Oh, yeah, I didn't like this one. This is a map that looks like this. Here. Yeah, okay. Did this map cause me pain, though? I don't think so. I think it caused my soul pain. Because there's just so much miasma. What the hell? How am I supposed to deal with this shit? Oh, and then there's the little juke at the bottom, too. So normally when there's a little blinking yellow square like you can see on that house over there, you're supposed to go stand on it with a unit, you know, so you can collect emblems. You can collect resources. But in this level, the the yellow blinking square spawns more zombies because the game tells you that everyone in the village is dead. Obviously, everyone is dead, but still, it caused me pain. But it caused me less pain, so it gets to go near the top. It still caused me pain, though. Frick that. Did not appreciate. Okay, chapter 19. What was 20? Was 20 worth anything? Oh, it's the warp zone. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. What's the warp zone? Good? I don't remember. It's the Gregory map. Oh, yeah. Gregory is just chilling. He's, like, hiding out in the midst of nowhere, and he shows up out of the fog to take pot shots at you every 5 seconds. Was I a fan? I was not a fan of that, I think. It's less predictable. If you don't know where Gregory is, you can't do anything. This map was strange because you didn't have to move around much. Most of the enemies just came to you. Oh, really? Oh, this is also the first one where you encounter entrap stabs. So I think the enemy can now start teleporting you forward. The enemies did not come to me, I think. I definitely had to make my way to the top of the map. Yeah. I don't think I was a fan of it. It caused me pain. Okay, so chapter 20 caused me heckin' pain. 21 was, we're back in Lethos, I guess? Were we doing something in Lethos or no? We were critting people, apparently. Yeah, let's go. I don't remember this map. I don't remember this map at all. What the hell? What is this? Oh, this is where you get Mauvier for the first time. I don't remember it. Boring. Okay, next. Did anything interesting happen on that map? If anyone remembers something interesting that happened on that map, it's fine. Let me know, I guess. I don't remember it. What else? Chapter 22. Oh, is this the Regain the Emblems map? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, special tier. Special tier. It was just arranged in the most fun way. So now you can no longer use the emblems, but you can go and reclaim them. And once you reclaim them, you can only use them like a corrupted unit would, which is just absolutely insane. Your comment for chapter 19, the map was strange because you didn't have to move around much. Oh, wait, which one was chapter? Oh, yeah, the poison one, huh? Oh, really? The enemies came to you? I think I went to the, I think I had to go to the enemies through the poison map as well. Lol. No, I loved this one. This one was so good. I still had the DLC emblems, so I had a much easier time of it than I would otherwise. But definitely worth, super fun map. I would love to play this again with no emblems. That would be so fun. Oh, gosh. I loved getting them back too. And then the thing is, I didn't know that you keep the first emblem you get. I thought you would keep the last emblem you get. So I got Panette the wrong emblem. And I was like, what am I gonna do now? That's a good time. Yeah, and then chapter 23. This is the volcano map, right? I think we've all seen this one. 23 is the freaking they shoot magma at you. I think by default, any map that has a gimmick immediately makes its way near the top of my list, purely because I'm a fan of gimmicks. I'm a huge fan of anything that's gimmicky. I think a lot of people don't like this shit, but I was a fan, yeah. Although this gimmick, probably the least good gimmick. So I'm putting it like, it's below the prologue maybe here. So in the tier list, volcano map goes like down near the bottom-ish of this one, so I put it here. Yeah. It's not really that great, especially because you're just gonna avoid the spaces the magma's falling on. It's not like amazing. Chapter 24 is the time crystal, you go back in time map, and that has this awesome mechanic of having a bunch of snow just come rocketing at you from nowhere every 5 seconds. And then whenever the entire row starts glowing red, you know that you're supposed to dodge. That was fun. So I think in terms of here, you can just see that right now. Good old snow times. I had a lot of fun with this map, so I'm definitely giving it a high ranking. Let's put that back in like, appreciated tier, but like top of appreciated. No, wait, it had a gimmick. I like gimmicks. Okay, it had a gimmick which is actually kind of better than like chapter 10, but not as good as chapter 11 and the way that it was structured. Yeah, okay, I like that. We'll put it up here. You could really use the avalanches to your advantage sometimes. Oh really, huh? I don't think I ever needed to go back. The avalanche only sends your units back, right? So I don't think it's as useful unless you want to go backwards. I think the only unit that ever got swept away from me was Ivy, so I didn't really I didn't really need the avalanches, but I like the way that it worked, and I like the way you had to kind of like plan around it and put your units in specific places so they don't get blown away. That was cool, because unlike in the magma map where it's just like avoid these squares, it's like avoid these squares, but if you do want to not avoid them, you can stand in specific places. Also, Corrin's ice does count as a blocker, so I actually really liked it. Yeah, you can use the obstruct staff, but you can actually also use Corrin's ice. It's free. So I had a dragon with Corrin on and just tossed my ice behind me, and yeah, you don't get blown away. It's actually kind of insane. I loved it. Like I thought of that and I'm like, oh, is it free? And then it's like, oh, it's free. Would you look at that? Using ice in an ice chapter. Who would have thunk it? I was immediately thinking of that though, because Corrington is my favorite character in Triangle Strategy. He has the ice wall skill, so he's kind of similar to that. Alright, yeah, good map. What else? Chapter 25 is the zombies at Lumera, right? Oh yeah. So in this one, I definitely didn't run ahead as fast as I should have ran ahead. And so I got surrounded. Here, you can see the end of, wait. Oh, am I missing a chapter? I might be missing a chapter in this, because there's another one where I did the... Wait. Yeah, there's another chapter here? Was there a chapter between... Maybe not. Okay, well, anyways. Yeah. Good times. You go ahead and just... Oh, wait, no, this is the right one. Yeah, okay, so you can see here as I'm getting slowly surrounded. These are all enemies. Yay, good times. And then you just make your way to the top and then kill off the big bad, which is Lumera in this case. It's your dead mom. She's back at it again for vengeance. I'm a fan of that. I think it was executed pretty well. So let's go ahead and give that one a pretty decent score. I'm gonna throw it on, maybe even special. Yeah. And then chapter 26 is the final battle. All emblems out, no holds barred. I can just... Here, I have that video now, right? Here. This is it. This is the end. And yeah, you can finish it pretty quickly if you if you don't want to get all the conversations. But I did get every conversation I could. I went through and killed every boss and got all of the extra conversations. I love the way that was structured. So top tier map. A little bit better than Fel Xenologue 5, I think, but not as good as the Fel Xenologue 6. I think Xenologue 6 was my absolute favorite. And you can kind of see that map over here. Just, you know, chilling. Look at him. Little old Sombron just waiting at the top corner and easily getting murdered. Ain't that just the way? 25 as your favorite music in the game. Oh, wow. Huh. I don't remember it. Perhaps I should have listened more closely to the music. I think I was too busy being surrounded and I was like, why? Yeah, that's a good question. How do you think it compares to other endgame maps? I think there were... So the thing is, yes, it was long and hard, but only because I decided I was going to get all of the emblem conversations. I think it would have been... I mean, I know it is a lot easier if you don't. So I have the zoomed in view of the map right here, but yeah, you can... the whole video is like 10 minutes. And I didn't do any prep for this or anything. Like, I just went into the map again, and now that I know what's going on, it was easy to kill him. So, I guess that's good design, but in a way, it's kind of bad design. I prefer other endgame maps, to be honest. I think some of them had gimmicks that I really liked. So, for example, in, like, In Radiant Dawn, Ashera, really cool map. There's a gimmick I don't like in that map, which is that you have to kill with Ike. But other than that, really cool. You have to kill off like the 9 shields before you can attack Ashera, right? The same thing is supposed to happen here with Sombron in that like you have to kill the 4 Dark Emblems he summons in order to do damage. But that's the thing, you don't actually have to kill all 4 of them. So I don't know why they did that. If I had anything to change about this, I would make it so that you have to kill all 4 of the Dark Emblems to be able to do any damage at all. Like, he just takes 0 damage unless you have all the Dark Emblems killed. And that would make it a lot more difficult, because you'd have to actually freaking traverse the map and not just one-turn it. But then again, I guess it would make it a lot harder for speedrunners, so... so hey, who am I to make these changes? Alright, so there you go. There's my ranking of all the maps. We've got a bunch of paralogs over here, too. And I think the paralogs were pretty good, but I can actually rank them all here. Wait, let me just... I remember the paralogs is the thing. More than I remember here. Let me like save it, download this. Save or download. Oh, yeah. Okay. Download image. Download. And save. Chapter. Ranking. Yeah. Okay. And back. Okay. Oh, something happened. What? Why is it like this? Okay, I'm gonna reload the page. There we go. And then we just reset. Where's the reset? Reset. Okay, so yeah, there's a bunch of paralogs in this game too, of course. And the paralogs are pretty good. I like the paralogs a lot more than some of the main maps, actually, I gotta say. But the way that they're structured is fun. So, quick shout out to a few of the paralog maps. Here we go. Okay. They're kind of at the bottom here, but that's alright. Yeah, Anna's map. Absolutely stellar. This was the sort of map where like I spent a whole long time just planning out the first few turns. In the end, I ended up taking Louis with Sigurd straight through the middle of the enemy, rushing down to the bottom corner to unlock both the treasure chests before the thieves could get there. When the thieves got there, I killed both thieves, and then I just waited with Louis. And then slowly but surely, one of my 2 parties, because you're split up in this map, you start off in 2 separate sections. One of my 2 parties just worked their way around into him. Is this the Lumera paralog? Yeah, I thought it was cool how, like, in the Lumera paralog, you start off trying to kill this enemy, and then you immediately get ambushed. I like that. Getting ambushed is fun. Getting ambushed is, like, an actual freaking cool thing, okay? Like, you want to get ambushed in these games. Violet's map has you, stopping the enemy from collecting the crystals, right? Yeah, just like in the, White Cloud's endgame with, you know, Edelgard in the crypt. Good stuff. I like the way it was, you know, done. I gotta say, I didn't spend too much time on this one because I think I was pretty overleveled by the time I got to it. I wish the Emblem paralog scaled. They don't, but I wish they did. Let's skip the DLC for now. We'll come back to that. Celica. Celica's map. What was it? I don't remember Celica's map. Don't remember. Which means it probably wasn't anything too fancy. Corin's map? Oh yeah, it's like on the field where she does the whole like choose a path thing. I don't think there was anything too interesting about that. I think she uses dragon veins to like remove the river, right? I do remember that. It was okay. Nothing too fancy. Violet up here. Interesting mechanic. Cool map, bro. Play it again. There you go. Alright, Camilla's... Oh, right, no, we were doing DLCs after. DLCs after. Ephraim and Arika is an indoors map where you're fighting down towards the boss. Yeah, nothing too fancy about that. Oh, Ike's map. Ike's map is real fun because you start off thinking that it's a defense map where you're just in the center, and there's like you're in the Grail mercenary like type of like you're with the Grail mercenaries supposedly, but you're defending yourself against Ike. It's kind of 313, but not really, I guess. And yeah, and Ike is showing up. Yeah, I freaking love the way that it was structured because I think what happens is that you think you're safe behind the building, but then Ike, when he shows up, can demolish the entire building in one hit. So instead, you're supposed to force your way out. And I trapped Ike in like a little corridor and set Anna beside him, and we continually one-shotted literally every enemy that approached us with Anna as he approached. It was so fun. It was extremely worth it. Highly recommend. If anyone ends up wanting to play it again, I recommend this for sure. But yeah, so let's, wait a minute, where did it go? Where'd my video go? The hell? Was it this? Oh yeah, what's this? Okay, here we go. Where's the chapter leaf? Yeah, Ike. Here we go. Good old Ike. So look at this. Look at this. This is what fun means. You get to experience. Yeah, that's 313 I'm talking about. Bam. You might be wondering how I got into this situation. Oh gosh, it was a lot of fun. It was an incredible amount of fun. Yeah, all of those red ones over there are enemies. And you see that? That's Louis over there, but it's not going to be Louis for long. What I did for most of it was I had Anna there just continually one-shotting everybody that showed up, and Louis protected with Lucina. So it was a good move. It was very fun, and I did end up beating it, but... Yeah, and then also like 4 archers spawn in the side every turn, so you're not even safe there. Like, it's not like you can just sit there and like wait. They just keep sending enemies at you. Yeah, just an insanely good map. I really liked it. Is this how it feels? I agree. Is this how it feels to be Micaiah? If yes, I don't want to be Micaiah anymore, friends. Because I'm putting it back up here. Jean's map, I don't remember at all. Bad. I don't remember it. Was it good? Who knows? Leaves map had all those stupid ass ballista people. I hated them. So at the end of Interesting Mechanic where it caused me pain. Oh gosh, Lynn's map. Okay, Lynn's map has you fighting hordes of enemies that come out from like the tents on the Sasaean plains. And like Lynn also starts like moving halfway through. I think we tanked with like somebody wearing the Tiki emblem as long as we could, and then like, oh gosh, I think I did that one like immediately after we got it, which was just a bad idea. I think Yunaka did an amazing job of that too. Yeah, that's true. Lynn gets to play on the Sasae, or Sakai, I don't know how you pronounce that. The Sakean map from FE6, which is funny. Because Lynn is not from FE6. Lynn is from FE7. But to be fair, in FE7 you never go to Sakai, so it doesn't matter. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense that because you never actually, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, fight, like, the Kaylin map? Like, that would have been boring. This was much more fun than, like, another castle crawl. I liked it. I thought it was cool. But it caused me pain. I forgot to make a cause me pain level, right? Here, we'll do caused me pain. There. And then Leaf and Lynn both go here, with Lynn being above the others. Caused me pain, but I loved it. There we go. You sorta do it in the very first tutorial chapter? Oh, were we in Sasae for that? I don't actually remember. Maybe it is. Lucina's. Lucina's was fun, because it was in, like, the freaking arena, you know, the one. I will say, I like Lucina's map purely because it takes place in the arena. It was not a good map. But I liked it. It was so much fun. I will admit that I actually got into Fire Emblem as a whole, like as an entire series, because I saw Robin and Lucina's introduction to Smash. And I was like, oh, this looks like a fun series. And then I went and played Marth's game, and then I played Marth's second game, and then I played Awakening. So the little arena scene in Smash actually has a special meaning to me, and I liked it. I thought it was cool. Marth gets picked up by Lynn while she's still living in Sakai. Oh yeah. Huh. I don't remember that at all. I vaguely remember it. I remember her looking at the camera and being like, oh, you're an amnesiac, aren't you? Hello. But I don't remember the map. And then like Kent and Sane show up, right? That's like the whole point. Yeah, good times. Who could forget the map with Bot on the Beast? He is the first enemy, isn't he? Shit. Obviously I don't remember that. Not a fan of Leaf's map. Yeah, all the ballista. It caused me pain. Okay, Marth. What was Marth's map? How could I have forgotten Marth? We just did it. It's like the last emblem we did. Wait, scrolling to Marth. All the way down to the Hero King. The Hero King. What was it? Was it something good? Oh! It was this one! Oh. Yeah, this was a fun map, actually. So I think this map would have been definitely a lot easier if I had simply rushed Marth. But I decided, I was like, I'm gonna get all the treasure. So what I did is I warped everyone into the treasure zone. And then we killed off everyone in there. And I had like this tiny party of people, the 4 people on the outside there, just stand back and fight off the people who came at me. Here, this is the beginning of the map. It's more fun. And then I went ahead and rushed Marth. I think it works out pretty well in the end, but yeah, it was definitely a difficult one. I think it's worth. I'm giving it like a pretty good ranking, I think. I'm gonna put it back up at like, well, Interesting mechanic, maybe? Nothing too fancy, actually, but like top of nothing too fancy. Yeah. Micaiah, I don't remember. I straight up don't remember. Okay, Roy? Binding Blade? Did he have like the ship map or something? No, wait. No one had a ship map. I don't remember Roy's map. Sigurd. Oh, I remember his. Okay, Sigurd's was good. I enjoyed the way that it worked. In Sigurd's map, you start off at the bottom, and you can try to like rush Sigurd across the ocean, but it doesn't matter because he rushes you. And I think you also fight like Sias and you fight other people. Oh yeah, that's another thing I haven't spoken about. In all of the paralogs, you fight other normal units that have the same classes and or skills as main characters in their respective games. So, which reminds me of the Micaiah map actually, because I do like the fact that in Micaiah's map, you fight the Dawn Brigade. They all just show up at the bottom and start coming for you. I think that was cool. So I'll put it up here. Better than these maps, but eh. Okay. Tiki, Crom, and Veronica. So now we only have the DLC maps left. In terms of the DLC maps, I think all of them were actually insane. We all know that I'm gonna give Soren top rank. The way the Soren map worked was just absolutely stellar. You're in the middle of the volcano, and oh, by the way, for all of the DLC emblems, they picked out a really interesting way of giving them maps. So I personally think there was actually a pattern to it. I don't know if this was intended or not, but I think all of the DLC emblem maps are from the moment where that emblem faced their biggest trial, I guess. Like, it's not necessarily a map that speaks to them or anything, but it's like a map that, like, it's something that caused them pain, I guess. I don't know. But they did a good job of, like, representing that, I guess. So Tiki's is the Ice Palace, which is a real good one. Sigurd's also requires you to take over a castle to lower the gate. Did I do that? I actually don't think you need to do that. I think if you go ahead and attack Sigurd first, he just starts rushing you anyways, I feel like. Yeah. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's what happened. Maybe not. Because I think I never actually got to the castle. I decided to just one-shot Sigurd, and then I realized you can't do that, and then Sigurd came at me. And I was like, get out. No. But yeah, it was fun. Anyways, so, yeah, Tiki's map takes place in the Ice Palace. In Mart's original storyline, Tiki gets sent there to sleep after the first game, and she's stuck there forever unless you recollect the fire emblem and bring it to Sage Goto. If you reassemble all pieces, I think there's like 12 shards of the Geosphere or whatever, and then you bring all the other gems together too, and the Light Sphere, and you bring all of it to Goto, then he'll be like, oh, okay, now you have the Binding Shield, I will let Tiki out. Congratulations. If not, she's stuck there forever, continually trapped in nightmares where she eats all her friends alive. Yay! So, definitely caused her pain. Yay. But yeah, I love the Tiki map. It was a good mechanic. Yeah, the never-ending waves of dragons. Actually, the waves do end. I think there are 8 waves of dragons, and I lasted through them all. Like, I just sat there taking all the waves. I wish the ice floors were used more. Yeah, not too much terrain in this game as I would have liked, although there was a decent amount of it. More terrain than in most other Fire Emblem games, so eh. Tiki's stuck in a nightmare where she has a British accent, but no, it was the real world. Fancy, I love it. Hector's map, yeah, usual brawl. I don't remember anything too fancy about it. What was the gimmick in Hector's map? I don't remember. It was okay though, I think. I vaguely remember it. Camilla's is like a long and winding fight. Camilla's map really caused me pain. Not because it was particularly too difficult, but because you are stuck winding through the like almost never-ending pillars of this giant freaking like underground cavern. I think it's the one where like Elise is in Birthright. But you're just, yeah, it just takes so long. It's like, oh my gosh. And it's also the oh wait, no, it's just a darker version of the Takumi map, isn't it? The one where you fight Takumi in chapter 10 of Conquest. Yeah, either way, I hated it. I was like, why? And you have to like loop around 15 times. It takes forever. So not worth. It caused me pain. Caused me so much pain. Hector's map has poison spewing from the wall. Oh yeah, thank you. That is the gimmick. Yeah, that's nothing too fancy. I don't think I like that mechanic. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. There's a lot of poison, and I don't necessarily... I didn't even dodge it. I think I just sat there and took the poison. I was like, frick you. I think it gave me pain too, though. Did it cut? I don't remember if it caused me pain. I do remember it, though. Oh, it did. I remember, okay. I remember that I couldn't freaking see the poison spewing things, so I continually got roasted by them, and I was like, oh, stop. Yeah, it was a fun one. Crom Robin was almost the best map in the game. If Soren's map wasn't here, I think it would have been one of my favorites. Because I saw it coming. I was like, this is Robin's map. Robin is definitely gonna bring reinforcements once you break down the 3 walls, and they're gonna come from this like specific sides, and they are gonna show up in this specific direction, and I will prep for it by sending units to break all 3 of the little orbs at the exact same time, but putting 2 of my covert units on the furthest one, and then keeping all my other units in the same area so that I can roast Robin when he shows up. And it was really fun. I loved it. Oh yeah, and Veronica's takes place on the floating islands. I actually thought that was an interesting mechanic too. Yeah, you have to like go do something on the floating islands, don't you? Before you can like go kill her. You open the path to Veronica. I'll open the way. No, that's Lucina. But yeah, that's a good map. I actually really liked it. I think it was an interesting mechanic. More interesting than Byleth even, but less interesting than the Dragon Spawn Tiki. Yeah, I thought it was cool. And the Lumeris Pact, as I said, a little bit cooler than that. So yeah, there you go. All in all, this is my ranking of the Paralog maps in general. You'll notice that I liked most of them, actually. I think pretty much just the Celica and Roy, I don't remember. If I remembered it, I'd probably give them better scores. I could look it up, that's true, but I'm not going to. Because I feel like if a map sticks in my memory, that must mean it's stuck in my memory for a good reason. Is something flashing on the screen? What's going on over there? Okay, it stopped. I didn't do anything. Alright, fair for me. I'm not gonna question it. That's kind of crazy. The hell is going on? Okay, well, there you go. Alright, and last but not least, we have one last thing to... Looks fine to you? Okay, interesting. That's flashing for me. Last but not least, we got one last thing to discuss, which is the... Oh, wait. Okay, quick segment on gameplay, because I think I didn't necessarily discuss that. We've done a lot of discussion on gameplay, but this is just overall gameplay. I had a few things I wanted to bring up. One is the way that, so Engage Works has all these freaking, the emblems. The way that the emblems work is really, really cool. And I would have liked to see more of that in past games. I want to see more of that in future games. I think the emblems very specifically are a better version of battalions. I think like what we've done here is we've taken the battalion art to a new level, and that is cool. I am a fan of that. So if we can bring back more of these emblems somehow, I don't know how we would, honestly. I have no idea how we would. But if we were to figure out a way to do that, it would be great. I'm thinking maybe like... Maybe instead of having them be like emblems, maybe there's some sort of a... like a thing that ties into... I don't know. Maybe like a... some sort of an item, like a magic item, like an artifact or something. Doesn't have to be a ring, doesn't have to be based on the older games or anything either, but like the artifacts should grant skills and they should be swappable. I think that was what made it so good, is the fact that you could swap bundles of skills around. And you could do that with any other mechanics too. Celica is the beach map with the summers. It's probably the least memorable. Oh yeah, the beach map with the... Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I remember it now, so I can move it out of don't remember it, but yeah, it was nothing too fancy. I immediately killed like all of them and then I forgot about it. Yeah, no, a lot of the emblems are great. I did a ranking of emblems earlier on in the stream, so if you're taking a look at the VOD, just scroll previously to see my ranking of the emblems and their skills. I also did a ranking of some of the skills I thought were amazing in this game. And we've just got some background footage playing over there, by the way. Here, I'll just I'll blank it out a little bit to demonstrate that it's background footage, maybe? Actually, no. We'll leave it. People can watch. Yeah. Just remember cheesing Celica's map by baiting her into Warp Ragnarok 2 units and then ganking up on her. That's great. I think at the time when I got to Celica's map, I had my enemy phase units completely set. So I just sent them right into the enemy and watched them kill everyone. Yeah, I don't think I did anything special on that map. But yeah, in terms of gameplay, I would like to see the emblems come back. I agree. I thought this gameplay was the tightest of all the FE games. I think this game was hard but fair. And that's difficult for a Fire Emblem game, where things rely on builds and, you know, balance is kind of difficult to get. In any Fire Emblem game with enough reclass abilities, you usually end up with some combinations that are just better than every other. So in Three Houses, turn your characters into Wyvern Knights. They're gonna win. If you make your characters into Mortal Savants, they're gonna lose. Yay. There are a few builds that stand out and then you just stick with them pretty much. But Engage's, yeah, it's just super balanced. The way that the emblems work makes it a lot more interesting because you can only put one emblem on one person, which means you're gonna have to have varied builds to make use of the fact that you have all these emblems. Oh gosh, the music just got real intense. Just jamming, don't mind me. Here, you know what? This fits. This fits. Oh wait, what happened? Okay, it's back. Let's go. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Oh, it's gone again. Okay, oh, it's back. Let's go. Okay, I'll decrease the volume on that music a little bit here. But we'll keep it playing in the background. Am I still audible, hopefully? Engage is your game of the year. Wow. Even with the bad moments in the story, I thought the overall experience was fantastic. The cast of characters is one of your favorites. I do think, like, counting overall the gameplay and the story, Engage is definitely near the top of the Fire Emblem games I've played. Yeah, I didn't expect this. I really didn't. But the gameplay is just so stellar. It's balanced, yeah. So as I was saying, right? So I'm playing Maddening. I'm playing like the first 4 chapters, right? And as I'm playing them, I realize this is not like Lunatic or Lunatic Plus in Awakening. This is not like the older games where you kind of have to like scam and like hope for the best and you just take your chances. Everything is a lot more either guaranteed or fair. When you lose, it feels like your fault. You're like, oh, it's not just some random set of reinforcements that show up and then immediately come at you. It's like some reinforcements that are telegraphed by the game, and then they show up, and then when they start to overwhelm you, you're like, oh gosh, okay, yeah, I should have done that. Yeah, you're right, frick. You know, that was good. And I like the sense of fairness a lot. In games like Tactics Ogre, the build options are so varied that it's very, very difficult to balance the game to the point where the game becomes unbalanceable. I think that's the problem I had with Tactics Ogre is it's just so unbalanced. Like some characters are just good and some builds are just good and you just keep using them and then you're gonna win. And the enemy can like one-shot you from anywhere and it just doesn't matter. Like they can hit like across the map at 5 range and do like all of your HP of damage. You just better hope that they don't use it or else you're gonna die. Like, less fair. But still doable. You know, I did do the whole thing deathless and incapacitationless, but it's just a lot less fair. Definitely a lot less fair. In this game, when an enemy had a skill, it was usually either a skill that I also had access to, or a skill that like I could see them having access to, that was kind of like on par with the abilities that I also see. And that makes it a lot more fair in general, right? So like when enemies can one-shot you from across the map, you also should be able to one-shot enemies from across the map. And you can, because that's what Lin Emblem gives you. So good stuff. I appreciated it a lot. Yeah, as I said, Emblems tight gameplay. The balance is stellar for a game that allows reclassing. One of the best tactical RPG gameplays I've had in a while. And it works on Maddening mode, which is great. I love it. Path of Radiance is pretty much Horse and Pegasus. I could. Everything else doesn't matter. Path of Radiance is just Marcia. Woo! Let's go! Build up your Ike, folks. Alright, yeah, good times. Yeah, no, I think in terms of the gameplay, really good stuff. And yeah, that brings me to the final topic. So we always end off with art and music. Alright, and this is, as a Fire Emblem game, oh yeah, how could I forget? How could I forget? Thank you for reminding me. This is another reason I do it live, so people can forget me. Remind me of topics I've forgotten. Gameplay. Backup system, great, but how could I forget the break system? Oh my gosh, it's so fun! Okay, but the thing is, I feel like break was a little bit underused. So, backups, good stuff. Love the way it works. On the 2 final bosses, so on Nil and on Sombron, backups go down to like, I think it's 30% on Sombron and 10% on Nil. And the damage goes down a lot too. It's 2 damage on Sombron and it's 1 damage on Nil. So, a lot less useful. But they're useful on everyone else, so it makes sense. I think, in general, I would have liked... No, actually, I think backups was done pretty well. I think I wouldn't have changed too much about the backup system. It was great. The break system I would have liked to see used a little bit more. So I am a huge fan of Triangle Advantage. I love the fact that like certain units can break other units and all that. Generals being unbreakable, very cool. Corrin has like a vine like thing that makes units unbreakable as well. Also very cool. I loved that. I think in general with the triangle, like the system that they had for like breaks, I think I would have liked to have breaks be a little bit more powerful. Just a smidge. Because as they are right now, breaking someone doesn't really seem too useful, almost. The problem is that you can break someone and then they don't attack for... Wait, why does this keep disappearing? Okay, it's back. There we go. But yeah, you can break someone for 1 turn, but then like... Yeah, they're just not gonna... Oh, it's gone again. The hell? What is this? Okay, here. Yeah. Like, you can break someone for 1 turn, but then, yeah, it's just... They're gone again. And they're gonna attack you again. Breaking doesn't seem to provide too much of a bonus other than that. I would have liked to see, like, a bigger triangle advantage, maybe even. That would be cool. So, like, maybe if you... But if you break someone and they don't attack, they don't counterattack for the entire turn, that would be really bad. Maybe you just do more damage when you're... Like, go back to the original triangle advantage system. Like, I liked the weapon triangle. So bring it back. Yeah, like, +2, +3 damage on emblems that... Or emblems. On characters that match against the weapon triangle weakness or something. That'd be cool. Staffs are pretty OP. Certain units with certain emblems are pretty strong. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. Like, the, there are certain combos that make the game a lot easier than it should be. There are certain skills that are also just good on anyone. And the staffs, if you have Micaiah, all staffs become amazing, so for sure. Definitely agreed. The staffs are not, as a whole, any more powerful than they were in previous games, though. I think we've always had the warp staff. We've always had rescue. We've had even more powerful staffs. Were we ever able to use the berserk staff? No, we weren't. But enemies would use it on us. What else? Sleep. That's always been there. Fracture, breaking is new, so I guess we've never had fracture staff. But yeah, I think the staffs were pretty good in general, but nothing too special. How about the weapons? The forging system was good. I liked it. I would have liked to be able to name my weapons. I would appreciate more of that. What else is there? Oh, the engraves. Oh, okay, another thing I would change about this game. The engraves should show up in a list, and it should tell you what weapon has each of the engraves on them while you're choosing the engrave. Because it was way too difficult to like make up a shopping list and then be like, oh no, this other engrave was already on this other weapon. And then you're like, frick, what weapons are not currently, or wait, no, what engraves are not currently on a weapon, you know? And then you just look at them and then it would have been cooler if they had like a better way of doing that. So I would have liked a UI improvement over there. Naming weapons and also coloring them. Yeah, that's true. I remember the coloring. It was a bit cheesy though, wasn't it? Come on, you gotta admit. Okay, also, let's turn off the battle themes. It's kind of, it's a little loud, isn't it? Okay, here. We'll put some chill music back on as we talk about this. There's no universal, oh, I didn't know that. There's no universal support reader. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because I have only played the game once, right? So I don't know. That sucks. Come on. Yeah, named weapons were cool. In Fates, if you name a weapon and give it to Owain, Owain gets like plus something crit or something like that's his special skill. It's like he just gets extra crit when using named weapons. It fits him so well. All right, anyways. Yeah, so I think that's all I had about the gameplay. What else is there? The Somniel? Yeah, what is, what was in the Somniel that I liked? I don't know. I didn't like the Somniel, but it's not like I didn't like it. It's just that I think, so in Three Houses, I read every dialogue by every character each time I came back to the monastery. I was a fan of the monastery. But in the Somniel, there's no, units don't really have special dialogue. It's much more of a Fates My Castle than it is a Three Houses monastery. And the stuff you can do there is not really important either. I don't necessarily appreciate either of it. There is a universal support reader. It's right after the title screen. Oh, I didn't know that. Really? Here. We can check. Oh shit, how do I? Nope, come back. Come on, I'm trying to go back. Okay, system, quit. We can find it. Yeah, I want to see the supports. No? No supports? Oh, also I realized the music got real quiet. Let's put that back up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Do I have access to it yet? Maybe I don't. Options? No? Continue? DLC? No, it just takes you to the screen to buy the DLC. Frick. Okay, never mind then. Close. That's unfortunate. Alright. You can watch the ports in your file in-game, but not in the main menu. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, huh? That's alright. It's in the bedroom, huh? Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That would make sense because, as I said, yeah, I totally didn't use the Somniel at all. I never slept in the beds. I think I read Fortunes once. I fished like maybe 3 times total. I didn't use the relay trials or anything. Yeah, I don't know. I probably should have spent more time in the Somniel, but I don't know. The Wyvern fight was so slow. I thought Wyvern Riders would be cool, but like you're taken on a pre-existing route. You don't even get to fly through the sky on your own will. Like, come on. It's just a shooting gallery. It sucks. Okay, anyways. But yeah, it was cool. All right, yeah, finally. Now we're on to art and music, unless we bring up something that we need to know. Art, music. Okay. Yeah, I think in terms of Fire Emblem games, this one has some of the better animations I've seen, with only Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn and Awakening, I think, are all better than this one for me. I liked the over-exaggeration of the animations. You can kind of see that they're like motion capture, I think. I feel like they're motion capture, because they felt more of, like they had more of that motion capture animation feel to me. But yeah, they looked cool. They were distinct, well animated. I was actually less of a fan of the Three Houses animations than I am of this one, by like a lot, actually. I liked them. They were good. The scene where Diamant and Alchrist see their dad again, but he's like dead, that was a good one. That was a good scene. It was so well animated. Yeah, lots of good stuff going on, and I appreciated that. The music, pretty good. Yeah. I have the entire, the opening song. I have the opening song completely memorized already. Even the Xenologue verse, because I just started listening to it and I'm like, this is so good. I know all the Fire Emblem songs by heart, and sometimes I just sing them together and I'm like, such good music. Love it. I don't think the Engage opening is my favorite, but I will say I hated it at first, and now I like it. It's growing on me. The more I listen to it, the more I'm like, oh damn, this is kind of catchy though. Let's go. Rise from 1,000 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Another thing I want to call out about the music, because I like singing, so I listen to words in music a lot. The words, the lyrics of the song specifically reference every single Emblems like little opening thing. So like it's like the flower that cares for everyone, right, is the first lyric there. But it makes sense because the flower thing is about Firene, and then cares for everyone is Celica, and that's because Celica is in Firene when you first find out. So it's like flower that cares for everyone, and then like another one's like fighting in the desert sands. So the desert sands is Solm, and then the fight for us type of thing is Ike's introduction, and Ike is found in Solm. And then like the snow that sweeps across the fields, is the reference to Lynn. My good girl. And then snow is for Illusia, and Illusia is where you get Lynn. So yeah, all of them they're just shown up in the perfect ways. And then the Xenologue does the same thing with the bond units, the bracelets or whatever. So I liked that. Thought the music was very passable, but none of them really stuck out to me beside the Solm battle theme. Yeah, in terms of like overall music, not counting the lyric songs, so like that's the lyric songs. Yeah, overall music was pretty good. I liked it. I think I need to listen to it more before I can make like a proper ranking for it. But I will say that Fate's music stood out to me a lot more. I love Fate's music. I know I was ragging on Fate's for its story earlier, and I'm gonna catch flack for that. But I gotta say, Fate's one of the best soundtracks. Obviously, Echo's also an amazing set of soundtracks. Everybody loves them. Awakening, also one of my top faves. And I like a lot of the Radiant Dawn themes as well. Pretty much all the new Fire Emblem games have pretty good music. Engage holds up, but it's not like amazing or anything. The Solm battle theme, I gotta go listen to that apparently. The end credits version of the theme is amazing. I don't know, I was listening to it, but I feel like I maybe preferred the opening version. Maybe I just listened to the opening version too much. That might be it. That could very well be it, couldn't it? I'm not quite sure exactly why I liked one over the other, but I will say I liked them both. They were all pretty good. And what else we got? Let's just put this on while we end this, because I think we're... Oh, wait, no, this is the wrong one. Wait, hold on, come back. Come back. Come back. No. Big... There we go. Final Showdown, there we are. Big fan of Echo's music. Ooh. Echoes does have an amazing soundtrack, yeah. No, I said that, didn't I? Wait, okay. If I forgot Echoes, I would like to bring up Echoes. Shadows of Valencia, Game 15, good music. Did I do a tier list on all the units? Yes, indeed I did. I ranked the units by how I liked them in-game, like my personal units favoritism. And then I also ranked them based on character utility, and how good I thought they were in-game. So yeah, do take a look at that. I think we've covered all the topics I want to say. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done. So with that, let's go ahead and run straight into endgame here, as we do in the game itself. Endgame. Let's just end, I guess. Outro, if one would be so bold as to say that. Yeah. All in all, Fire Emblem Engage, really good game. I am straight up surprised. My final words about this game have to be that it's just way better than I thought it would ever be. I said this in the beginning, and I'm gonna say it again just to kind of recap our journey through this freaking game. But yeah, so I started this in what, February? I started this the day it came out, or like maybe 2 days after it came out or something, because I borrowed a copy of Engage off my friend, and I immediately played the first 4 chapters all in one go, and I was like, oh my god, this is really fun. Wait, I didn't think I was gonna stream Engage, because I played it. I was like, okay, I'll borrow my friend's copy, I'll give it a play, we'll see how good it is. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna buy it. But yeah, it was good. It was so fun. Like, even right in the beginning, I was like, wow, this is fun but fair. And when I fail, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I made a bad decision there. And not like, oh, frick that, man. How come the enemy can do that? That's freaking unfair. But it was good. So yeah, now people are probably asking, you've been playing since February? What the hell? So yeah, just to clarify, I wasn't that slow, okay? It came out in January? Oh, damn. I've been playing since January. It's been a full year. To clarify, I stopped entirely playing Fire Emblem when Tears of the Kingdom came out, and I streamed only Tears for like a month, I think. I stopped entirely when Octopath Traveler came out, and I played only Octopath Traveler for like a month. I played COTC completely in the finish too, and I think I played one other game in the middle there, so it hasn't just been Engage all this time. But I did start a whole long while ago, and then every now and then when I needed to, I picked up Engage again in the middle of the other amazing games that were releasing this year. And then finally, like right about like, I want to say like August or something, I was like, all right, okay guys, it's Engage time. And then we've been playing Engage pretty much as my main strategy game since then. I also only stream Engage 2 times a week, so we don't progress very fast. Yes, I play a strategy game twice a week, and I play a non-strategy game once a week or twice a week, depending. My non-strategy game actually at the moment has been Super Mario RPG. I finished that, the remake, by the way. Finished that recently, and I did a retrospective on that as well. Obviously, it's going to be about half the length of this one, because Super Mario RPG is a lot shorter than Engage. But I did have a lot to discuss on that, because I played almost every Mario game. And I had a lot to discuss on this one as well, because I've played so many Fire Emblem games, you know? I've played, let's see, I've played 1, 2, I missed 3, 4, and 5. And then I played 6 and 7, I missed 8, and then I've played everything else since. So I played 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and this is 17. So after all of these games, playing Engage was a breath of fresh air in the strangest, most nostalgic way. I came back to Engage feeling like I've come back to Fire Emblem again, because Three Houses was, yeah, I mean, people say it, right? It's not really a Fire Emblem game. I mean, it kind of is, but like, it's not as Fire Emblem as it could be. This was the most Fire Emblem of Fire Emblem games. The story was so freaking Fire Emblem. We covered at the beginning how many, like, ways and methods this game manages to reference other games in the Fire Emblem franchise. The maps, extremely freaking Fire Emblem, often with direct references to older games. You can clearly see that in the paralogs. But even the main storyline gives you so many great moments where you're just like, oh yeah, that makes sense, this is cool, this is that same thing. And then of course, how could I mention Engage at all without talking about the emblems? I love the way they brought back the emblems. I know a lot of people were like, oh boo, cash grab, eh. And at first I was like that too. I think a lot of other people thought that this game was gonna be a gacha of some sort, and they were like, oh yeah, sure, Fire Emblem Heroes, but for console now. First of all, I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes since since day one. I'm a free-to-play player. I don't pay any money to it, but I think it's a great game, actually. And if you haven't tried the mobile game, I actually recommend it. It's pretty good. Storyline's great, actually. Storyline is straight up more complex than Engage, by a lot. But I do like it. This game was not that. This game was a Fire Emblem game distilled down to its essence. You get to summon back all the previous characters. They show up in this really cool, interesting mechanical way that seems like an improvement to the battalion system and also an improvement to the pair-up system in like the best way possible. Adjutants and battalions are just not as good as the emblems, I gotta say. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think I've said everything I need to say about this game right now. Want to see the FE Cypher sticker? Just you. I actually haven't. Yeah, so the Echoes DLC is the one DLC I never bought. So the Cypher characters are the only characters I have no idea. I've never seen them. Especially on Maddening. Yeah, it's such a fair game. I agree. So glad you decided to play all the FE games back when there were only 12. You caught up early, didn't ya? I guess I played all of them, well, yeah, I played as many of them as I could when there were only 13, I guess, so I was close enough. I started with 11, then played 12, then 13. 13's Awakening, if anyone's wondering. But yeah, good one. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Question then comes up, where does Fire Emblem go from here? And that is an amazing question to end this off with. I think my answer is that it's kind of a toss-up. Like, I'm gonna give like a little bit of a cop-out answer, but one that will take a little bit more explanation to go into. But that's the thing, right? Three Houses sold well, not because of its gameplay, but because of the amazing, intricate fanfic ability of its characters, okay? Like, let's not... I think someone else said, like, Three Houses set off to be something very simple. You know what? This is not a cop-out answer. I'm gonna go into detail about this. This is what I think. So Three Houses, it went out to become a series in which you could fall in love with the characters and want to see what happened next. And then by introducing the mechanic of having the three houses fight against each other, it sparked discourse in the fandom. And if anyone knows how internet popularity works, discourse really, really freaking helps. So... yeah, discourse. But then again, Fates tried something similar and didn't do a good job of that. Engage, meanwhile, takes like a kind of almost more tried and tested approach of sticking with a pretty classic story, but then going all out on the gameplay. From here, where should we go? I think the answer is pretty simple. Hopefully combine both of them. It would be difficult to do for sure. But I can imagine a future Fire Emblem game with the sort of intricate, complex world building of Tellius that has the amazing freaking gameplay, like the fairness of Engage. Bring back some of the systems we liked here. Keep the backups and the like classes and stuff, like the mystical units can do certain things and so on and so forth. That would be cool, right? And then give us the sort of world building we saw in Tellius, or even in like Three Houses. We got a lot of good world building there. Give us the characters of Three Houses, or FE7, which is also known for its amazing character set. Give the characters different, like relationships to each other. That usually helps out a lot. And if they could toss the freaking Lords and Retainers thing, that would be great. And put that all together, I think they've got an amazing game on their hands. That would be awesome. It's gonna take a lot to beat Three Houses again. I don't think we're gonna get, like, Three Houses 2. But I think we could pretty easily come to an awesome freaking compromise where we get something that has stellar gameplay and also a great story with good characters. It's hard. It's definitely hard. And not everyone's gonna agree, no matter what. But, yeah. I would love to see it. And no matter what, I'll be playing the next game. I will be playing it for sure. Will I stream it? It depends on how good it is. But I think we can only go up from here. Even if we don't, I think we're at a great level. I think Fire Emblem is doing well as a series. Comparing this to other games in the tactical genre, fun fact, so I actually did a retrospective on Tactics Ogre earlier. I like this game more than Tactics Ogre. I think I'm gonna get like strung up on a hook for that. I think Engage easily was better than Tactics Ogre Reborn. Was it better than Triangle Strategy? Maybe not. But I think but I think Triangle Strategy holds a place in my heart as just being special. I like this a lot more than I like Tactics Ogre though. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Saw a video that the Three Houses could be compared to Persona 5. Yes, I did hear about that. Yeah, gameplay, it's gonna be gameplay to one side of the coin. But that's the thing, some people like that, right? We'll see. Some of the skills in FEH would be cool to have in a mainline game as well. Well, yes, I agree. But FEH, the skills are getting to the point where they're full paragraphs. I like the fact that Fire Emblem makes it so that everything is calculable. You should be able to look at a battle and know that your character is going to be doing this much damage to your enemy. You can kind of no longer do that in FEH, sorry. So, I agree though. Some of the skills are good. I would like to see them here, but I would like them simplified. Three Houses of an Experiment engages comfort food. You're totally right. And I gotta say, I love the comfort food. Eating a nice warm bowl of chicken soup. It was good for the soul. It was good for the soul. A little bit cheesy, but good for the soul. Yes, the skills back when FEH was younger, I agree. Also, Alphonse is the main lord. You can't convince me otherwise. I like Alphonse. I think he's cool. Alright, okay, that's it. We're gonna end on that. We're gonna end on the chat about Alphonse while talking about freaking Engage. Engage was a good game. I really liked it. I would highly recommend to anyone who wants gameplay in a game. Straight up great. The characters were not bad either. You guys are just being harsh. not like you guys, but like the community. Is just being harsh. The characters were good. They were on the same level as Fates. If you liked Fates characters, you'll probably like these characters. If you like Three Houses characters, you might not like these guys. But it's okay. They're good. They're still fine. Alright, that's it. Alright, I'm out. I'm not gonna keep talking. I gotta leave. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Your support really does keep me here, so I appreciate it. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, we got one of those. And I'll be playing next either Sacred Stones or Triangle Strategy. I am a huge fan of Triangle Strategy, and if you haven't seen the game yet, it is amazing. It's very worth watching or playing. Really recommend. I have played 2 routes of Triangle Strategy so far. I started off actually streaming NG hard mode is the equivalent of Maddening in Triangle Strategy. I streamed a NG hard mode golden route of Tristrat, and I streamed a deathless NG plus hard mode Frederica run as well. Deathless is way more fun in Triangle Strategy because the game is actually built to be played on casual. It's built to have you kill off units every chapter. It's so much fun because in Deathless, not only must you not kill your own units, you also must not kill the green units, and you Fire Emblem players know how terrible green units can sometimes be. It sucked, but it was so fun. Yeah, highly recommend playing, or me playing Triangle Strategy. And I might also play Sacred Stones. It's one of the few Fire Emblem games I haven't played yet. Heard many good things about it. Arik and Ephraim seem like such fun people. And I know a decent portion of the cast from FEH and just, them showing up every now and then. So, be nice to see them again. I want to get Loot. I like Loot. She's cool. Alright, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you all later. And can we raid somebody? Can we raid a body today? Looks like Dust is streaming. Let's give Dust a raid. Everyone say hi to Dust when we head over there. And I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful, I guess, set of days. Yeah, keep an eye on the Discord for when I'll be streaming next. I think my stream schedule might be a little bit more sporadic for the next week because Christmas holidays might even be the week after that as well. So do keep an eye on the Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that most updated. I'll see you all later. Bye.